Greetings all, Shard Vixen here. Alright, so we are doing some more of the Arcade Spirits in celebration of Love Thyself. So far I've not seen anything that's close to a dating sim in this, but they do say it is one. Maybe it's just my idea of dating is odd. So really quick though, I want to do some shout outs. Besides Richard Huntington, who was streaming and who is still streaming No Man's Sky, James Autumn is doing Dying Light. Shandubi is doing Gartic Phone, never heard of that. Vac Killers 2013 is doing Rocket League. It's the Dusk is doing Dying Light. So if you want to check any of those people out, because those are games you like, go ahead. I encourage you to do so. Neo Warriors is doing Back for Blood Nightmare. Richard Huntington is also over on YouTube, and of course I am now streaming as well. And then over on D Live we have King B33 is doing Call of Duty. The Angry Cherries doing 7 Days to Die, and Supernova TV is doing Lost Ark. Alright, so I'm probably going to do about 2 hours of this, and that'll be it. Then the rest will have to be made onto a hey Cuzwa. Little bees, look at those. Thanks for stopping back by. I'll probably do about 2 hours of this again, 2 to 3 hours. That'll be it. I'm trying to keep my streaming short because I do notice that the day after my streaming, I'm really worn out. And I'm trying to maintain a nice even keel. I just get so into the games that I want to see what's around the next corner, you know. So, not particularly in this game. I just wanted to get as much of this under my belt. Though I am kind of curious to see how it plays out. I'm not sure I do much more of the dating sims really, but if you guys are enjoying them, I might pop one or two of them out for special occasions. Anyway, so we're gonna do this, and that's why I said I'm trying to make sure that I'm getting my healthiness as much as possible. I want to be healthy because I want to do other stuff in my life besides, you know, sleeping and then streaming and then sleeping and then streaming. Look, there's Deco's Palace. Alright, it is the future year 2022, and today is the day. Well, not the actual big day when we reveal Wyvern Keep, but the big day in relation to that big day. I am completely stressed out. My mission, should I choose to accept, and I kind of already choose to accept it, is to spread the word about the upcoming Funplex event. The one that I'm in charge of. The one that I put a ton of effort and hope into already. The one where if everybody shows up, it spells doom for all. Hey, no pressure, right? I mean, if I fail, I'll only be the laughing stock of the entire Funplex. They'll call me the Funplex failure for the rest of my days. I'll be shamed and forced to wear a giant F on my chest. Snap out of it, Shard. Let's focus on what's right here, right now. Specifically, a giant collaborate horde of people that keep bumping into me and smell like corn chips. And there is nowhere to run. Health is number one, especially the older we get. I might be a little over my head here. Working in an arcade, I've gotten used to smaller crowds. Excuse me. My skin has gotten a little thicker and resistant to sticky soda hands touching me accidentally. But nothing can prepare me to the sheer scope and the scale of this. Just me and, oh, I don't know, maybe 50,000 other people. I know Naomi's the one who doesn't like crowds, not me. But come on now, this isn't a crowd. This is Gorjara. Size Evolution Mosh Pit. Evacuation Mosh Pit? Complete with Gojara-sized screens hanging overhead, constantly showing advertisements for arcade games and industrial happenings. Wow, it's so exciting! Isn't it exciting, Shard? This woman needs to change her clothes. That is the word, yes. I've never really been to one of these things. What a spectacle. Thanks for giving me a ticket. I really needed to get away for the weekend. Hey, Shard, how you holding up? Looking a little green around the gills there. Thank you. One day at a time. I can smile through this. I can't smile through this. Everything's fine. I can smile through this. I'm holding up. As long as I keep my internal monologue going and be able to speak frankly through my own mind, I'll be fine on the outside. It's a perfect facade. Can't you tell by my awkward smile, my eyes wide open, the tilt of my head, that I'm holding up? Perfectly. That's exactly why I came here with you, to help you in your hour of need and to get away for the weekend. But still, hour of need. It's true, Juniper had helped me get through a lot. But beyond generalities, I think she specifically wanted to make it up to me for the whole job offer situation. It's nice to have her here. We're not going to let this little thing we're not going to let a little thing like that stay as a sticking point between us. Because, well, what are those? Little food trucks. Those are like little food trucks, right? Or are they one-eyed monsters that want to eat you? Oh, they're one-eyed monsters. I kind of like the food truck idea. Though it would be very not part of whatever. So what's the plan? Huh? We can't just stand around all day, Shard. There's a lot of ground we need to cover to make your funplex a success. How are we going to attack this? What's the first move? I was going to play it by you. You didn't plan for this? Like, at all? I was too busy laying awake all night, stressing out to worry about planning things. Look, I'm new at the event management, much less the event promotion. Shard. Well, let's start with this. Juniper swings her book bag off her shoulders and crouches on the ground. She opens up and pulls out a stack of papers. Hold these. I cradle them in my arms. Okay, I'm holding these. What are these exactly? Flyers, silly. The ones you wanted for promoting your big event. I managed to print out quite a few before the boss started giving me weird looks. Why are copier rules always so strict in office jobs? It's just paper and I needed it. I flipped the sheet over and started to remember. About 2 weeks ago, Ashley and I were holding down the fort that day, and Gavin locked himself in the office and told me that if I bothered him for anything other than an emergency, that I would not live to regret it. Francine stayed home that day. She was marathoning a competitive knitting show or something like that. Naomi was out shopping for some extra parts, and the Dig Dug machine was acting up again, and the buttons were sticking from some kid spilling a slushie on it. So what started as a pretty boring day in the empty funplex changed rapidly when Teo came into the funplex carrying an armload of giant rolled up posters. Heyo, Shard. Heyo, Ashley. Welcome home, Tato. Good morning, my fair Tato. How art thou? Only so freaking excited. I might explode into 1,000 bits. Please don't. That would be an awful mess to clean up. We don't nearly have enough hydroperoxide to get all the blood stains, and I don't have a plastic tub full of lye to dissolve your body parts in. Not to mention the years of therapy Shard and I will have to go through to get over how horrible it would be to watch your friend die violently in front of you. I just can't afford it. It's just a turn of phrase. Chill. I'm not going to literally explode. But. Guess what's happening in 2 weeks? It's something huge for us. Are they showing a compilation of internet cat videos at the movie quad? Please tell me we're finally going to replace that horribly blinding, horrid casino-like carpet beneath our feet. Hey, I like the carpets. It's fun. No and no. Okay. I guess I teased it enough. Teo took out the poster he was clutching and unraveled them before us. Bring your quarters. The largest arcade gaming festival is here. Max, July 6 to 8, 2022. We haven't reached that yet, so that is in the future. Twitter.com MaxPo. I love that. It's Max time! Max! Max is already here? I thought it was another month. This means I'm really gonna double down on my cosplay production. Say goodbye to sleeping for the next 2 weeks. I got so much to do now. I know, right? I still have to meet with all the dancers and work on our synchronized dance routine. Nearly not enough time to perfect. And I have to find a good time and place for an international Showtime stage community gathering. I still have to finish hand sewing all the embellishments to my tailcoat. Find or make a decent pocket watch. Start and finish my 3rd cosplay. This just take me now. Wait, can we go back a minute? What exactly is Max? The best gaming convention ever! Did you both plan to say that in unison? Regardless, I'm still mostly confused and require further exposition. Max is a Merge Arcade Expo, an annual arcade gaming convention. It happens every year around this time over on the West Coast. This year they're having a Max right here in our city, and it's going to be the biggest one yet. I always go every year and show off my newest cosplay. It's a great way to meet a whole bunch of other arcade people and catch up with those who you haven't seen since the last convention. It's so much fun! Okay, yes, okay. I see why you're both excited. Sounds cool. Yep, and I was thinking we could put up some Max posters around the Funplex to, get all the locals hyped about it. That's a splendid idea, Teo. Finally, an East Coast Max. We're gonna make sure everyone knows about it. That we do. Teo, Ashley, and I spent the next half an hour putting up posters around Funplex. We plastered as many surfaces as we could without making it look too obscene. While we were pushing pins in the wall, Teo and Ashley kept telling me stories of past Maxes and all the fun they had. Their spirit was infectious, at the very least, hard for me to avoid ending up on the hype train. Choo-choo! But more importantly, the more I heard, the more I started thinking about how we could use this event to benefit the Funplex in some way. As the Funplex newly minted event manager, I had to be on the lookout for opportunities like these. The very first Max on the East Coast. It'd be perfect. Hey, can we promote the Funplex event at Max? Good for local buzz, and maybe we can convince some out-of-towners to stick around for it. That's the one you've been working on, right, Shard? Yeah, I've got some ideas for tournament, token discount, much to Garvin's displeasure, and more. And we'll be revealing the new game we got for the raid. I see, and do you have a name for this grand event yet? Yeah, Shard, what's it called? I've been thinking long and hard and coming up with the perfect name, but I think I figured it out. Are you ready? Am I? Suspense is killing us. The Futureplex event will be called Futureplex Rising. I was thinking of calling it Futureplex Rising. How's that sound, I wonder? That works? Try it. No, try again. Oh, I guess it's one or the other, doesn't matter. Oh, I have to edit it. Oh, okay, wait. I wonder. Oh, no, try again. Edit. I don't know if it's Rising. No, I don't like that one. I have no idea, because, well, it said it was a dating sim. That's what it said, dating sim. But obviously it's not a dating sim. At least so far we've only been on one date, and it wasn't even a date as far as the character was considered. Okay, so we're gonna call this just to be on the Hey, what are you drowning about over there? You two, knock it off. There you go, throw down. Hey! How are you two? Oh, you're playing, aren't you? Oh, I just came up with Walt and Feely. Yeah, there we go. How's that sound? That works. We should call it Walt and Feely. What do you think? Hey. Ooh, I just love it. Perfect. See? Really? You named it Walt and Feely? There are worse things you could have called it. It's kind of catchy, though. Nice work, friend. Hey, thanks, you two. So, how do I get tickets to Max? How can we advertise there? And how much would all of that cost? I'm still living off pizza bagels, you know. You mean you don't already have your tickets? They sell out like one day. One, my friend. Actually, they sell out in 20 minutes on day one. And all the hotel rooms are gone way sooner. What? No! My greatest plan's foiled. Beep beep, Shard. While you were all talking, I located all the scalpers who were selling tickets online at exorbitant prices. Then I hacked into their IP addresses, found less than tasteful information on a couple of them, which would make their lives very difficult if it got out in the open. After contacting them, I promised I wouldn't leak such sensitive materials into the internet in exchange for selling us tickets at their original prices. And they gladly obligated. Such nice humans. I transferred the funds from your account to theirs and secured the tickets. We should be getting an email for 2 Max tickets in approximately 3, 2, 1, done. I want that AI app, man. I need her as a friend. Holy beans. Oh, and I suggest you invite Juniper to come along as your second. According to Juniper's Iris, she's very stressed from her job and could use a mini vacation. Okay, but, Iris? That's kind of known as blackmail. What you just did is technically very, very illegal. Don't worry, Shard. I erased all possible leads back to you. You'll be fine, and it's all in the name of helping the Funplex, isn't it? Just like you wanted me to do. Well, Iris has been dedicating herself to this event. I couldn't be doing it without her, even if we need to have another talk about human ethics. Fine, but next time, let's do it without any federal crimes, okay? Okay, it's a promise. Regardless, hey, tickets, now you can go. Sweet! And I'm not going to pity a few cold-hearted, bloodthirsty ticket scalpers myself. Those guys ruin events like Max. Also, while procuring your tickets, I stumbled across the Funplex Facewall account. It hasn't been updated in exactly 13 weeks, 2 days, 14 hours, and 54 seconds. The Funplex social media present is completely non-existent. Wait, we have a Facewall account? I mean, that does make sense, but still, I had no clue of its existence. I sort of run it. I'm really bad at keeping up with it, though. That sounds like it would be a Gavin thing. Why isn't he in charge of it? Gavin couldn't care less about social media. He says that, and I quote, "Social media is where idiots go to yell at each other about nothing of any importance, and I'm not going to waste my time with it." That also sounds like Gavin. Yep, and Francine's too old to understand the importance of social media. Naomi is way too busy with all her beloved games, so it fell into my hands. Which, as Iris stated, I haven't been doing a great job at it. Well, we should take advantage of it for this. We can use the Facewall account to spread the word of Walt and Feely. You're completely right. I should work harder at that. Or if you want, you can take it over as the event manager. That makes sense. Take over the Funplex Facewall. I really should take on this responsibility. It can only benefit the Funplex, and Ashley's right. Getting the word out is part of being an event manager. Right, I got this, Ashley. Can you email the login info? Yep, and yep. Ashley pulls out her phone and fiddles with it for a minute. Login, get. Congratulations, you are the new owner of our social media accounts. Huzzah, the power is all mine. Mine. Ashley, are you sure you want to get charged this much power? If the fact that she threw her head back and cackled isn't signing up, I don't know what is. I'm not worried one bit. Excellent. Shard, I can help the Funplex keep up the face wall too. I can program time posts and use effectively keywords to get the most out of each post. CEO is one of my many talents. That'd be helpful, actually. Just, don't break any laws. I understand. Do I have permission to access your contacts on your face wall? Sure. And there. I sent out notifications to everyone in your friends list and your friends list and your friends list about Cuzwalt and Freely. That was fast. No joke. One more thing. Your site should have about 75% more images. Did you know that 90% of people prefer looking at pictures online rather than reading? Yes. Sometimes I just don't understand you sentient beings. Your Iris does make a good point. We should totally come up with a poster for our event. We can hand them out at Max too. And of course, put them up around the arcade. Okay. The arcade isn't too hectic today. Ashley, if you can watch the floor, I can go design us a sweet flyer to pass out to the congoers. It's time to deploy my mad art skills. Sounds like a plan. Let's make this the best Max ever. One we will never forget. You know she has a flamingo on her belt buckle? I spent the rest of the afternoon working hard on having the perfect design for our poster. Well, the design for our poster at any rate. Well, if it was me, it would be a perfect design. Which brings me back around the stack of papers currently in my arms, which does not in fact resemble the poster I designed. Cuzwalt Feely, mystery race game revealed, high score contest all day, all games, fist of discomfort tour. Oh, I took liberties of tuning your poster just a little. And changing the font selection, picking on new clip art, rearranging everything, and using a poppier color scheme. But I liked my original design. Shard, use Comsand and Papyrus. Comsand's cool, right? It looks like a comic book. Gamer nerds love comic books, don't they? And Papyrus was in that movie with the blue cat people, aliens, everybody loved. Take it from a wannabe visual designer. Comsand is a one-way ticket to the uncool zone. But these new flyers are going to pull people in from the four corners of the globe. Well, yeah. I mean, I guess these are kind of not bad. Pretty good, actually. Okay, they're superior by every conceivable metric. I didn't know you were an artist, Juniper. I'm not really. I mean, I guess I'm good at pretending to be one, but I couldn't, make art for a living, right? I couldn't, Anyway, if that stack isn't enough, I'd also email you a copy of the original file. Just take it to a copy shop or something. They'll run off more. Publishing document. Get. So, back to the point at hand. Getting the information to the masses. Hey, you guys bargain at? Maybe if we're just yelling, hey, you guys! Several people turn around and look at us confusedly. Juniper! Yelling is probably not the best way to get our word out. And actually still waiting for Ashley and Teo to show up. They promised that they would help me, so I think I'll just hang out until they arrive. As you like. It seems my work here is done. Juniper pulls out her phone and checks it. You Funplex folks fling some flyers. As for me, there's a really cool panel I want to attend. How to get your foot in the door of the arcade art industry. I mean, it's not that I seriously think about it. It's just, it's interesting and stuff. Okay, so now we find out that her best friend really wants to be an artist and doesn't want to work in her shitty office job anymore. But Shard is too busy and egocentrical to worry about her shit to even notice that Juniper is having her own thing. She's not a very good friend, man. Not a very good friend at all. Walt, what is that a picture of? We've got dogs and looks like hedgehogs and dogs and dogs. What? Oh, it's starting in 10 minutes. I'll catch up with you at home. Good luck, Shard. I can't read.
Good luck, Shard.
Oh, you're awfully cold. Juniper waves as she trots off. I lose sight of her instantly as she ducks in the crowd. Growing up, I always knew that arcades were amazingly popular, but the reality of it all really didn't stick until being here at Max. Thousands of people all coming together for their love of games. It's actually pretty darn inspiring. I muster enough courage to wade my way through several hundred people in the main convention hall. Eventually, I find a safe place, a humble bench near the water fountains. I make this my home base while I wait for my friends. Since both Teo and Ashley are running late, I have some time to fully take in my surroundings in a calmer fashion, of course. Everywhere I look, everything I see, it's all steeped in arcade culture. Booths are set up for all the major arcade companies, each table vying for attention of the crowd. Some have spaces set up with stages and flashing lights and people throwing t-shirts into lines of people. Can we talk about these lines for a second, though? There are lines for everything. Lines to play games, lines to go see a panel, lines to eat disgusting convention food, lines for the bathroom. There's even lines to get into other lines. And they all just wait there, standing, happily chittering amongst themselves. I have trouble waiting in line for 10 minutes at the whole story for coffee, let alone waiting in line for 3 hours just to play a game that'll be released in 4 months. These people aren't even human anymore. Their perseverance is godlike. The sensory output here is overwhelming. People are shouting and laughing as they crowd areas. Music pumps out of several different booths, making a weird mush-up of notes and chiptunes. There's even a giant dinosaur that people can take selfies with. As I contemplate how I'm going to attract all these people to Cuzwalt and Feely, I hear sounds of very loud and very upbeat music from behind me. I feel the bumping of the bass reverberate through my shoes, and I turn around. Shard! Teo sets down a Colossus boombox at his feet. I recognize the music now. It's the Showtime stage, and Teo is bumping his signature song. I motion for him to turn down the music, and he complies. The last thing I need to do is lose my voice from shouting before I even get a chance to talk to anyone. Hey, hey, hey! Sorry I'm late. I had some last-minute dance moves I had to incorporate into the routine. No worries, I just got here myself. Despite a Mac's many attempts to trample me, I have survived thus far. Yeah, looks like you are significantly non-trampled. Nicely done. Don't congratulate me yet. We still have the rest of the day to endure. What's with the boombox, by the way? Oh, it's for the Showtime stage gathering. There are going to be a couple hundred of us all over the world. Didn't realize that there's a Showtime stage communities in other countries. We're actually the second biggest community. The largest is in Japan. Several players flew all the way from Tokyo just to be a part of our Showtime stage flash mob. It's the really best place for a flash mob. What? Yeah, I want to do it. How did you even arrange this? Flash mob is no small feat. I can't even begin to imagine the amount of time Teo put into this. So, you know, I got invited to a flash mob here in Oregon, but I was sick. The person that I had done some consulting with knew that I liked to do dancing and had sent me an invite, but at the time I just couldn't even walk very well, so I had to tell them no. But they were going to do this huge flash mob out in the park. It was great. I also got invited to one of those, my daughter and I both got invited to go out to the park and do a paintball scrimmage where you turns everybody into zombies. It's kind of cool. So when you get hit with a paintball, you turn into a zombie. Why couldn't you do a flash mob? Because, well, I mean, it's like line dancing, but, you know, a little bit different. Well, basically, it's still line dancing if you think about it. I mean, in the system dance, it's just a routine that everybody learns, and then you go out and do the routine. You just have to practice the routine. And they usually send you the routine, you know, like there's a video or something, the choreographic that you can get, and everybody learns it. You could do it. I'm sure you line dance pretty well. I can't even begin to imagine the amount of time. Oh, I already said that. Must have been hundreds of hours at least. Impressive. I really hope it turns out fantastic. Me too. I've been planning this for months, and it's taken coordination from all leaders of all the Showtime groups. There was a lot of work from all sides to make this come together, and now all that's left is actually do it. Anyway, so the other one was that you go out, you get 2 teams, and you get paintballs, and you have a war, and when you get hit by the paintball, it turns you into a zombie, and you can't shoot them anymore. But they can't shoot you either, but then you get to chase after them and touch them and then turn them into zombies, so it's kind of cool. In fact, Shard, you should come watch it. I'm about to respond when a very elegantly dressed gentleman caught my eye. He wore a black popper tailcoat with an ornate sigil pinned to his breast. Accompanying his suit, he had fashioned himself white regal gloves. With a cloth draped over his arm, he held tightly onto an antique teacup. As he approached, the crowd parted like waves from Moses. There were oohs and ahs from onlookers, and people pulled out their phones to get a quick picture of him. Like the rest of the crowd, I was taken aback by how immaculate this butler was. Absolute perfection. I felt like I had time warp back in the 1800s and about to have tea with royalty. He stepped up to me and Tato and gave us a slight bow. Normally this would be ridiculous out of place, but not at an arcade convention. He is a character from a hot fighting game called Melee Maidens. I want to play that. It's all about the ninja maids and battled butlers duking it out for the right to serve a fancy party or something. Oh my, I think I'm in love. Tea, Earl Grey hot. Something familiar about this butler. I can't quite put my finger on it, but he really looks familiar. Maybe I've seen him at the Funplex before. Oh, come on, you're not that much of an idiot, are you? I always feel bad when I can't remember people I met prior. Excuse me, have we met? Shard, it's me. Huh? How does a mysterious butler know my name? Do I have a stalker who's also a butler? What if we work together? Did Francine hire someone and not tell me about it? I'll have Gavin and Naomi and Ashley. Took you long enough, jeez. Yeah, I say the same thing. She's a bit of an idiot, huh? The confused look on your face. Priceless. Have you never seen Ashley's cosplay before? Possibly, probably not. What's crossplay? It's when you cosplay as another gender. Oh, okay. Ashley, seriously, you look completely different. I didn't even recognize you. I'm sorry I let you think otherwise for a minute, but it was all in good fun. No worries, it's pretty impressive work. Oh, it's not impressive at all. I mean, I could have done so much better job at sewing the coattails, and I need to be like 5 inches taller, and I didn't go to the gym enough before this, and you can't change any of that now, and honestly, it looks fine. Regardless, the cosplay parade is starting soon, and I need to get over there. You should come with me. Hey now, Shard was going with me to the Showtime stage gathering. Well, whatever Shard wants to do, it's her choice. That's fair. Either way, it's a good opportunity to promote Cuz Walt and Feely to one crowd and another. So, would you like to come with me to the cosplay parade? Cuz Walt, I bet you and I could do flash mob together. We just stand in the way back so they don't notice us, because then they're in the way front. Or join me in the flash mob. We're gonna go with Tio to the flash mob. Huzzah, this way. Ashley led the way, so we took people in the... Oh, did I mess up? I did. I picked the wrong one. People in the crowd. We traveled to the largest exhibit hall to get the cosplay gathering. Ashley had mentioned it was in the Pac-Man Theater, which meant risking our lives to the most densely packed hall of the entire con. And I thought the main hall was bad, but this was 1,000 times worse. At one point, they announced that the show floor had just opened up, and a huge rush of people came straight for us. Gave me flashbacks to the one time I worked shoe shop retail over the holidays. The horror. The game stampede came straight towards us, wild eyes, groping hands. I thought for sure I was going to get trampled to death. But the last second, Ashley pulled me safely. You gotta be more careful, Shard. Don't lose sight of me. She points to her eyes and then back to mine. Our eyes are locked forever in the mystical eye-locking spell. Eventually, after several more attempts on my life through various death by copious amounts of people, we made our way to the Pac-Man Theater. The theater was huge and capable of packing in several hundred people. Most of those seats were already taken too. People were milling around the auditorium aisles. My floor attendant senses detected this as a fire hazard, but A huge stage had been set up in front of us, where normally would be a table for speakers, like in a panel discussion forum. Since the theater is so large, they placed projector screens on either side of the stage, so whatever is happening can be seen by those sitting in the back row. It's safe to assume this is one of the auditoriums saved from the most popular panels, and now the cosplay parade? Actually, what exactly is a cosplay parade? I'm glad you asked, Shard. I know what it is. It's where all cosplays get together, line up, and show off our latest creations for the masses on the theater stage up front there. Now that I think about it, it's kind of a self-explanatory, right? Sometimes they even give prizes to the best cosplay, but this one's pretty chill. No prizes, not even a shiny plastic cup to heft over your head. Ha ha ha, maybe one day. Today we are here to appreciate each other's talents and have fun. Before I can eject again, Ashley runs over to a person dressed as a maid. It looks very uniform to Ashley's butler cosplay. Maybe they're from the same game?
Oh my gosh!
I absolutely adore you, Mia from Melee Maidens. It's totally cute, and your sword, incredible. Thank you. I made it from craft foam and Warball. Okay, so I know what Warball is because I wanted to buy some when it first came out. There was a guy in Sweden who makes these wonderful masks with Warball, and I wanted to buy some. And well, actually, there's another guy who uses Warball to make these gigantic like armors from Warhammer. Oh my god, so great. Maybe I'll share some in my Discord. Anyway, this guy was selling that and worked in it. It was absolutely great. Also, I have craft foam, but Warball you can buy, but it's expensive. A little bit, it's like really pricey, so it doesn't go as far as craft foam does. It's only took 30 hours to do so. That's professional looking. Dang. It's like a heavy duty craft foam, but it has other properties to it. It's more durable. There's a lady that I follow that I shared in our cosplay in our Discord. Kari cosplay. I think Kari's cosplay. She does some absolutely wonderful cosplay, but she uses a lot of the craft foam, and it's possible she uses Warball too. She never talks about it, so I don't know. And I can't get over how dapper your Angus is. The details you put in his pocket watch are phenomenal. I actually found the watch at a thrift store and then just molded the extra embellishments on with clay. This went on for some time. I felt it would be rude to interrupt Ashley when she's obviously having so much fun being a part of her community. And as they continued to chat about making costumes, I noted that more and more cosplays were filling into the theater. And for once in my life, I actually felt uncomfortable wearing my usual comfy as heck hoodie. I felt underdressed compared to all the Melee Maiden cosplayers. Seriously, was this a costume ball or a black tie gala? Not even to mention the congregation of feathers and capes and prop weapons and wings, and someone in a giant moopy costume made of square foam pixels. Percy would be glad to see that. And for all the visual chaos, the vibe remained pretty chill and friendly, just folks sharing a common joy in dressing up as someone else. Eventually, Ashley parted from her conversation to check on me. Sorry, Shard, sometimes I get so swept up in it all. I get it. Back at Funplex, you mentioned that you can only see some of your friends here at these cosplay events. Ah, yeah, players travel all over, more than other gaming communities, I bet. Did you know everyone? Do you know everyone here? Oh, no, I mean, I know a good amount of people here, but everyone? Nah. Sure seems like you do. I've seen at least 30 people come up and compliment your butler. Hey, nice Agnes. Love the tailcoat. Thanksy. Oh, sorry, she said it. There, see what I mean? You make it popular. I think we could spin that into some kind of cosplay event at Cuz Walt and Feely. Hey, great idea. We can have a real cosplay contest, and I'm gonna win. What's this, competitive Ashley? You've been taking notes from Queen Bee, haven't you? What? Don't tell me you saw us practicing in the bathroom the other day. I didn't. But now I can't get that image out of my mind. We ladies gotta stick together. Ladies helping ladies. Am I right? So right. Our chuckles were interrupted by one of the MAC's attendants. If you are participating in the cosplay parade, I need you to gather in the backstage green room. I repeat, all cosplayers proceed to the green room. Like a slow herd of brightly colored sheep, Ashley and I moved in the next room to join the rest of the cosplayers. When we got to the front line, the attendant stopped me dead in my tracks. Cosplayers only. No handlers unless you're visibly holding up something. Handlers? Oh. Hey, Shard? Atlee tilted her head as if to signal me to step aside. Excuse me, we'll be right back. If you want to be a part of the parade, you have to be back here in the next 20 minutes. I step out of land and stand next to Ashley, who's digging through her bag. I was hoping it wasn't going to come to this, but I feel like this is our only option. Ashley pulled out a surprisingly fancy and elegant maid outfit, then hands it to me. I need you to wear this. Yes, sign me up. I'm a maid to order. Wait, you just happen to have this? I thought. That's the cutest maid outfit I've ever seen. Look at all the frills. And I do have a fondness for cute dresses and maids. Ashley, did you bring this specifically for me to wear? Yes. Sometimes handlers aren't allowed on stage, and I needed to make sure I got you on stage with me. So I brought an extra cosplay just in case. That's awesome! I can't wait to try it on and see how I look. Wait. Did you say stage? Why are we going up there? Because you need to spread the word about Caswalt and Feely. What better way to do that than on stage in the biggest auditorium at the convention center of Max? Oh. Okay, I'm in. Let's find you someplace where you can change. We made our way to the nearest bathrooms and I changed in the maid outfit. I struggled to figure out all the claps and what velcros to what, but Ashley took time to help me get situated. Once we were done, we headed backstage, which I say resembled the Funplex break room, but hey, same purpose, same function. Here, the cosplays lied in wait for the big show to start, including one particular butler and newly minted maid. You look so cute! I wish I looked half as cute as you do in this. But seriously, you're going to have to do this with me more often. You make it perfect, Alice. Alice? Right, I forgot you know nothing of melee maidens. Alice is the head maid of the Neko Manor. Okay. So Agnes, that's me, and Alice, that's you, are siblings fighting alongside each other to prevent other maids and butlers from taking over their estate. Fight for Lady Nice. Oh, and I almost forgot. As she pulled out more costume stuff from her pack. This time it was a set of cat ears and a tail. Alice is a cat girl. What? But you don't have cat ears, and I thought we were siblings. Shh. Spoilers. You don't find out they're siblings until after you beat Angus's story arc. When the game starts, Angus has amnesia, and after you win, Alice appears and tells you everything. Agnes's power is unleashed and he becomes his old catboy self. It also unlocks an extra skin you can play with, but now we're going very far off track. Satisfied? Any more questions? I think that covers it. Ashley fastens the cat tail on the back of the maid dress and places the headband on my head. With the costume finalized, I take a long, hard look in the mirror, and voila! Oh my squeal, I'm so cute! Oh good, Katie and Steph are here. Ooh. They're a couple of my good cosplay friends, and they are way more talented than me, even. And they just so happen to be the MCs for the cosplay parade. Ashley waves them over and they smile, waving back. I talked to him earlier. After parade, they'll let us come on stage to talk about Caswalt and Feely. Whoa, really? Really? Thank you so much, Ashley. That'll help a ton. Yeah, it helps to know people sometimes. We found a few other cosplayers who dressed up as other melee maidens characters and were all formed up into a group. Even though we were together, Ashley and I kept to ourselves save for pleasures. As we chatted away, the Max attendant came back to give us the final warning before we went on stage. Everyone listen up, we got 10 minutes before the parade. Make sure you're all ready to go. I think I'm experiencing performance anxiety. My heart rates increased and I felt flushed. The pressure to look perfect is too much. Ashley, do I look okay? Are my ears on straight? What about the tail? You look fine. Trust me. You are the best cat girl maid I've ever seen. I bet you say that to all your cosplay friends. I don't. Honest. Well, I think that you're, what did you call it? Crossplay. It's fantastic. Why did you choose to crossplay as Angus anyway? I would have expected you to be one of the other fancy maids.
I crossplay because that's what makes me feel most comfortable. At first, I dressed as various boys because I adored those characters so much, you know? But the more I did it, the more I had fun with it. The more I began to feel like me. And then I wanted to do it more and more. I'm still trying to what it means in relation to who I am. That's the confusing part. But I guess that's all part of the journey.
Hey,
Finding out
go lay down.
myself. I know it's hard to understand. Just know that I'm working on being happy with myself. And one day, I'll be able to put words into what I'm feeling. But until then, I'll enjoy the ride.
I see. I hope I didn't pressure you into oversharing just now.
I wouldn't have shared it if I didn't feel comfortable with you. I mean this with all my heart. You are a cherished friend.
Well, gosh, thanks, Ashley. I really appreciate the trust you put in me. I won't let you down. Cosplayers, time is nigh. Once again, the attendant starts barking orders at us. We all shuffle into another line like how we were told to do earlier, and slowly we begin filing out of the room. The closer we got to the stage door, the more I feel the nerves creep in. We're next. Melee Maidens Group, go! Now, Ashley looks over at me, just beaming. This is her life, her everything. Take a deep breath, Shard. I close my eyes, taking in as much air as I can. I hold it for a long moment before exhaling. I open my eyes slowly and take a step into the Pac-Man Theater and onto the stage. I have been on many stages and never had that feeling before. Well, once when I had to actually do a speaking part. That was kind of problematic. A long speaking part, but normally I was like the wall. I follow Ashley, who's following the rest of the maid and butler crew. Once all of us are on stage, MCs announce us as the Melee Maidens Group. As I look out in front of us, I see a completely packed theater. It's hard to make out specific faces due to the stage lights, but I can see the outline of hundreds of people. A rush of adrenaline surges through my body, and I look over to Ashley. A proper butler, she takes each step with purpose and elegance. She isn't breaking character for anything. Not at all the cheers in the audience, not all the people smiling and laughing around her. She is Angus. I'm sorry, I keep getting that wrong. She is Angus, and she's owning it. The announcer asks us to strike a pose on 3, 2, 1. And I lean over, hand on hip, while giving a coy expression and a wink to the audience. We finish holding our poses long enough for everyone in the audience to get a good amount of pictures of us, and once a significant amount of snaps have been snapped, an MC instructs us to stay on stage, passing Ashley a microphone for the big Cuswalt Feely announcement. Everyone. It means so much to us that you could join my sister and Alice here at Nico Manor. As you know, we adore organizing exorbitant galas at Lady Nice's estate. However, Alice and I are planning a very extravagant event at a very extravagant location. Go on, Alice, tell them everything. Ashley hands the mic to me. Watching her never break character has inspired me to play along too. That's right, Angus. Next weekend we will be hosting a costume contest at Francine's Arcade Funplex at the Twin Pines Mall. It's all part of Cuswalt and Feely, along with a Fist of Discomfort tournament, a world record attempt on Moopy's magical maze, and the reveal of a rare and mysterious game. Oh my, first time the public will have seen it? You know it, brother. This isn't an event to miss. It will be the most noteworthy event of the season. And remember, this is a private affair, so please only tell your closest friends. Ashley winks to the audience before bowing. Another rush of cheers fills the theater as we walk off the stage for a second time. I have no idea where this level is going with this. I guess we're just gonna put on a thing. The MCs give their closing words and dismiss the audience. As people begin exiting the auditorium, I feel my phone vibrate in my hidden dress pocket. At first, it was just a couple of vibrations, but before I could realize what was happening, my phone started seizing. What the? I pulled my phone from my pocket and saw that Funplex face wall had over 1,000 shiny new lights. No, really, what? The hell? The cosplay parade is a huge part of every Max and generates thousands of photos and articles online. Also, it's being live streamed. Ashley, you failed to mention that part. You seem so nervous. I didn't want to make it worse. And that act you pulled just now has generated a 700% increase of traffic on our site. I also gobbled up some paid keywords, so if anyone posts about cosplay at Max, they will see an ad for Cuzwall and Feely. Pretty genius, right? It's like you to click on images of maid outfits while you're surfing the internet and then see an ad for buying one right on your face wall. Oh, and it looks like you finally got one. Wah, busted. Iris, stop looking at my browser history. That's deeply embedded within my program. Fine, just keep that private, okay? Then. Quickly, I scanned my own face wall, and even people I knew who weren't arcaders were talking up a storm about it. I could also hear cosplayers discussing it as we waited for the auditorium to clear out. Can't wait till next weekend. That Cuzwalt Feely thing sounds like a blast. I'm totally going to that Funplex place. Do I want to wear my next cosplay there? Shard, we did it. I had lots of help from you too, Ashley. Don't count yourself out. We made a pretty great team. It's great to hear all the buzz about the cosplay community, and Iris really helped me with the social media aspect. I can't believe it was that easy. I mean, tiring, but easy. So here's a point. She hasn't think about what her prizes are going to be for the cosplay. I mean, yeah, they came to this one, and they walked across the stage, and they didn't do an award, which was fine because everybody liked it. But they said they're going to have this thing, so they're going to need to come up with some prizes. Now, that's what I did in the businesses I worked in, was I would call places and get donations for contests and stuff like that. Oh, that's my score. How do I get back? That was great fun and all, but I'm completely exhausted. Me too. I need a break from all this. Some time to collect my thoughts and rest my eyes from all those flashing lights. I'm still seeing spots. You heard that Gavin and Naomi are running a pop-up arcade for Funplex? A bunch of other local arcades are doing the same over in Hall B. Might be worth stopping by there for a breather with some friends. Make sure they aren't slacking. Sounds like a solid plan. You want to come with me? Not quite yet. I need to do some touch-ups on my makeup. How about I meet you there later? Great. See you soon. She's still walking around in her maid outfit. Oh no, I guess not. I waved bye to Ashley as I made my way towards the restrooms to get changed back to my usual clothes for the time being. Then it was off to Exhibit Hall B, on the lookout for Gavin's serious face and Naomi's kindness. Blah, 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 blah. Prizes are fun. Yes, they are. I used to get lots of prizes, all kinds of stuff. One of the places I volunteered at, I helped fundraising, and we got some really cool stuff, like a yacht rental on the river, coastal fishing stuff, a whole little weekend stay at a little cabin by the ocean. That's all kinds of cool stuff. Let's see. Exhibit Hall. Favorite prize ever. Oh. I don't know. I think the hot air balloon one was a cool one. It was like a Valentine's thing. And you could go get that. I think that one was pretty cool. There was also this one where it was a dinner out kind of thing at a winery setup. That one sounded kind of nice too, because you could take a bunch of friends with you and take it was here in Eugene they have the party bus, and you can get on to the party bus and it will drive you out to various vineyards and bars and stuff, and you don't have to drive and you can hang out with your friends and stuff. That one's was kind of cool too. That was before COVID though. And they did there was fashion night. One of the places that I helped organize stuff was Fashion Week. And that was pretty cool because you got to go to all the boutiques in the party bus. So I think the party bus one's kind of cool. But the yacht for a day sounded like the bomb, to go out on the river for the whole day and just kick it. That sounded cool. Anyway, okay, so let's see. Exhibit Hall B, it very much resembles Exhibit Hall A, where I started my day. Industrial types, dealers, swag, crowds. There's definitely more actual arcade games here, as local places have set up pop-up arcades all over the place. It's hard to notice the smaller displays with the giant garnish deco palace display eating up the center, but I managed to crawl my way around the edges to find... Well, now pretty much everybody else in the crew, save for Francine. Ted and Ashley are still hanging out with their respective communities. I got some time. Maybe I can bend someone's ear. Meanwhile, let's see what everybody's doing right now. Gavin's reading news, bottom of his mind. Naomi's fixing up with... He's idly playing a round of Nibbler. It's weird and agitated. I want to see what Peace Christ is doing, man. What? I kind of like the fact that he's playing the air. Percy's poking his way around the mazes of Nibbler, but without gusto. He normally reserves for Moopy. Hey, Percy. Good to see you, Shard. So, how does your day? Anyway, I can help. Actually, right now I'm thinking of taking a break from being the Cousins Walt and Feely hype person. You want to talk or something? I mean, if you're not busy. Oh, I don't chase Nibbler scores. The fellow who holds this record deserves to hold it for some time to come. I'm just goofing off, I suppose. Right, shall we depart? The two of us find a semi-quiet spot between two display booths to take a breather from all the digital hustle and bustle of the arcade scene. Anyway, Nibbler is no Moopy. It lacks the depth of a good Moopy run, in my humble opinion. So aside from nibbling, how's Max treating you? Can't complain. Some good retro games on display, a few rares, a few imports. I'm always happy with the diversity of titles available here. I come to Max every year since Celeste passed away, I suppose, since I inherited her love of arcade games. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to drag that up again. No need to apologize. The fact remains that Max is quite a spectacle. Yes? And I do still love the games here, just like Naomi. Honestly, I was thinking of trying to buy one from its owner. Buy it and donate it to the Funplex. I have no room in my tiny little flat for a game, but if I could give it to a good home, why not? That way Gavin can't complain, yes. At worst, it's taking up a slot on the floor, some wattage per month, everybody walks away happy, money well spent, eh? Okay. Now, a lot of little bits of Percy's backstory just aren't fitting together. What's the best of phrases? We're gonna go with the first one. Percy, buying Naomi a game would be a kindness to be sure, but don't feel you have to do it. I know a lot of folks in the gaming industry see someone like you as a whale they can milk for every dollar, but you should keep your money. We're doing fine. It's only dash, love. What's the point of it if it's not being spent on something you love? And I love the Funplex. And if it's not too forward of me, you and everyone there. But you just said you live in a tiny place. Wouldn't you afford something better? Something more comfortable? I suppose I may as well explain. This guy's a depth of all kinds of crap, huh? You know, I little care for money, despite being plenty thereof. That's because I was never earning it with intent to spend a single pence on myself. It was for Stella. All of it. Every pound, every dollar. Oh. When we finally understood why she was always been weak and sickly, my parents searched far and wide for a heart specialist that could cure her. But the only one who'd work with pediatric patients was in America, and my family certainly couldn't afford anything like that. Not the travel, not the treatments. They'd already spent everything they had on tuition. I'd be the first Sinclair to get through the university. I dropped out immediately, but it wasn't enough. And with the American healthcare system being what it is, well, I decided to take action. And the fierce look I'd ever seen on the ordinarily mellow features of Percy Sinclair made itself known. Shard, you know firsthand that our society can be rough on those without the means to survive. The poor apparently don't deserve good health, according to some. So I decided not to be poor. By my intellect, I set those wheels in motion. Just as Stella put her mind in mazes, I put my mind to money. I studied, I researched, I practiced with small amounts of seed money. I lost, I took out loans, tried again and again. I only slept and ate as much as I had to. That was my singular defining purpose in life, to save Stella from a world that would happily doom the sick and the poor. Within months, the loans were paid, and I was growing a war chest for my dear sister's battle. We immigrated to America together, my parents choosing to stay behind. And with plenty of zeros on hand, the doctors were all too happy to admit Stella for their treatment program. There was pride in his voice now, satisfaction at a job well done, which tapers away rather quickly. I see. It was never for you. It was always meant for her.
See? All for her. Therefore, I'm all too happy to use what I've gained to make the world around me a better place. It can't have been for nothing. It can't.
As for me, I don't need much in life. I don't mind living frugally, honestly, and my day trading plus long-term investments continue to keep things floating. So you've devoted your free time to that high score in her memory. It's silly, I know, silly and sentimental. I suppose I'm just a silly, sentimental old fool, and I'm okay with that. So... want to be my sugar daddy? I so want to say that one, but I just feel like it wouldn't go. That'd be me. That's how I would have said, you want to be my sugar daddy then? And that'd be the end of the relationship. It would just go down the tunnel after that. How about investing in Funplex? What about charities do you support? I want to be my sugar daddy. I still want to say that one, but... have my eye on Percy here. I can't be fucking it up by saying what comes to your mind, because that's how I would do it. Okay, how about investing in the Funplex? Well, why not take some of that money and invest it back in the Funplex, aside from buying games, I mean. Help keep us out of the red. It's like a second home to you, so why not? True, it's very much a second home, but I don't even invest in my own home, if you recall. I pledge to mix my charitable optimism with investment pragmatism. I can't save everyone, and I can't uplift every cause. I look for maximum effort, promising charities, making an impact, and dreams which could soar if supported. I'm personally sure they would have been very upset if I asked him to be my sugar daddy. So, as much as I enjoy being the Funplex patron, well, we're too risky an investment right now. Apologies, love, but quite on the money there. That's why here I'm Max, promoting Cuz Walt and Feely. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get the Funplex on the map, not just for my own sake, but for everyone, including you. And I'll be right there, beating the world record. You've got my word on that, Shard. That's my contribution for now. And you know, twice you let me talk your ear off with my sad story. Sorry. That's a kindness I won't soon forget. No! Go lay down. When I'm done here, in just a few, I'm going to take you out. Go! Go lay down. Nope. Nope. You're bugging me. Go. No! You cannot get in my lap. You are way too big of a dog to get in my lap. It's not happening. But for now, I should be getting back to the Max. Perhaps you'll allow me to weep on your shoulder another day. Count on it. Cheers, love. Wow, it's working hard on him. The two of us make our way back to the multi-funplex, him resuming gaming and me to catch up with Tato and Ashley again. More doggy pictures, huh? You don't have one of him. He looks like a black lab. Though he's got pitbull, look, pitbull face. Caddis, my current stats, sitting and enjoying it. Took a few minutes of searching and stalking, but eventually found an open seat in the pop-up arcade. While the sit is satisfying, the rest of everything else is miserable. My feet are sore from walking all over, and I don't remember the last time I ate, and I feel dehydrated, and I have a slight headache from all the noise. And there's still 4 more hours of Max left. Oh, if Gavin saw me in my current state. Leaning back, arms on my side, completely exhausted. Can picture it clearly. He'd be looming over me with his dark, unfettered eyes. He would lean in close and frown. Grumbling, he'd say sharp, "May I remind you, these seats are for the patrons only." I audibly sighed just thinking about it. And as luck would have it, Gavin and Naomi huddle over the Galaga. That's another one I played, Galaga cabinet, trying to figure out why the monitor is not working. Freedom. My buns are experiencing the best freedom has to offer. And while my body feels like it could collapse at any moment, he recognized the barking, the big dog bark. I feel good about it. Right. Getting the word out about Cuz Walt and Feely was great. Seeing people's face light up with excitement is why I'm really here. I think he's cold because he's standing right in front of the heater. Plus, spending time with Ashley was an added bonus. She certainly got a passion to spare. I smiled to myself. The pain in my heels and the grumbling in my tummy, worth it. While enjoying the respite, I let my eyes close for a moment, and of course the second I do that, I hear footfalls closing in. There you are, Shard. We've been looking all over for you. We were specifically going to meet back up here, at the Funplex pop-up arcade. Yeah, but we didn't expect you to be tucked in the darkest corner of the arcade. I'm hiding from Gavin. He'll put me to work if he sees me. Hiding behind the pinball machine is probably not the smartest choice then. You know how much he loves pinball. Every spare moment he thinks no one is watching him is spent getting that high score. I have so many candid pictures on my phone of him playing pinball. You have to show me, like, right now. Yes, his concentration face is so cute. Before I can even react, Ashley has her phone out and scrolling through pictures of Gavin. Both look up at me guiltily. Don't we have more important matters? Max is over in a few hours and we have a lot of work left to do. Yeah, you're right, Shard. Please, don't tell Gavin. Your secret's safe with me. Right, so business time. I think I got something. Go on. I have a friend, and she's an indie arcade developer. The new title she's been working on is amazing. It's a co-op. It's got competition. It's got magical schoolgirls. Now you're talking. It's got it all. Well, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this game. Is it called Magical Moon Cuties? Yeah, that's the one. She's thinking about premiering it at Cuz Walt and Feely. That would be cooler than cool. Sounds exciting, interesting enough. Might make for another fun game for people to play. Definitely. My friend is somewhat renowned in the indie scene, and the game has been in development for years. I'm sure it would create some buzz at least. Are you kidding, Teo? We'd be the talk of the arcade world. I do like being the talk of the world side of things. Let's go check it out. I stand up, invigorated by the news. As I start walking back to the hall with Tato, I hear a call from behind me. Wait! I turn around and see Ashley standing there fidgeting. Her green eyes are darting back and forth nervously. Ashley? I, too, have a plan. She motions for us to come back towards her, which we do. What's your idea, Ashley? She puts her arm around Tato and the other around me, huddling the three of us together. So what I'm proposing might not be the most legal course of action. I want to know. You see that huge monitors hanging from the ceiling in the middle of the major halls, right? How could I miss them? They're constantly bombarding us with ads and false hopes of high-quality convention food. Sorry, I got something in my throat's wiggly and it happens sometimes. No matter how amazingly tempting that $9 hot dog looks on the big screen, don't even think about it. Exactly my point. Everyone is looking at it. I know a way to sneak in the back area, and all we have to do is break the main communication center and upload the flyer Shard made into the rotation.
Whoa.
You want to do what? Shh, keep your voice down, Tito. Unless you want to get arrested for being an accomplice. It's a genius plan. Everyone at the Max will see our name in lights. Yes. Okay, so yeah, that's a less than legal way of getting the word out. I have to admit, you got me intrigued. And it definitely worked, but I don't know. Trust me. Of course, we need to go in disguise. I'm already nicely disguised, but Shard, you would need to switch into something way more distracting. Why more distracting exactly? Distract you from your face, of course. What I'm trying to say is people will remember the costume, not the person wearing it. Which means... Maid Shard rides again. I knew it. Come on, you did so great on stage. Think of it as your encore. How about it? Let's not forget about magical moon cuties. It's a valid alternative. Both options are valid, honestly. Especially advertising would certainly drive foot traffic, even if getting it up there would be dodgy. Importantly, Iris could help us do it safely without anyone noticing. Safer than Ashley going off on her own to try this inadvisable stunt. But a highly anticipated indie title might do the trick and result in far less jail time. Okay, we're gonna go check out Magically Moon. Ashley, you got this. You don't need any help from me. Honestly, I don't feel like getting carted off to jail today. It's not on my schedule agenda. Plus, I'm pretty sure Ashley can handle breaking and entering all by herself. Yes, I do realize how wrong that sounds, even in my own head. I bet you've seen plenty of heist anime, so much that you can sneak into the National History Museum and steal the world's biggest Fabergé egg in the middle of the day. I got like 12 bobby pins holding this wig on. I won't let you down. I know you won't. And please, try to be careful. Ashley smiles widely before prancing off into the crowd of arcade folk. You can stop worrying, Shard. Ashley knows exactly what she's doing. That's why I'm worried. Fair enough. Well, shall we go see a lady? B&E's. I have no... Because what? You have just as much of valid concepts of what this is. I have no idea. I've given up long ago trying to understand this thing. Shall we go see a lady about an indie game? We shall. As we left the pop-up and traveled deep into the halls of Max, people kept stopping us to say hello to Teo. We'd be happily on our merry little way and then get interrupted by a random person. Oh man, it's Teo. How you doing? Great, but hey, we're on our way to meet with someone. Let's catch up later. Cool, laters. And this happened every couple of minutes. Walking to the convention floor was like walking to a field of landmines, where instead of explosions, it was uncomfortable introductions to people I will probably never see again. Eventually, Teo leads me back to a section of arcade games hidden behind all the major companies' booths, near where he held his dance flash mob. What they set up here is mostly reminiscence of the rest of Max. Arcade cabinets are closely lined up side by side, making several aisles for gamers to wander aimlessly down. I would have expected to be more used to pushing my way through throngs of crowds by now, but nope. Teo and I force our way through the huddled masses of chittering conversations. As I look around at all the different arcade games that surround us, I notice something's off. There's exactly 0 titles that I actually recognize. Dig Dug, Gauntlet, nor Street Fighter. Oh, no Dig Dug, no Gauntlet, nor Street Fighter. Not even a hint of a pinball game. I was starting to get concerned. Teo, where in the Max are we? This is the Indie Mega Arcade. Well, originally they called it the Indie Mega Arcade Expo, but then IMAX sued them. The what? That didn't explain anything to me. What are all these weird games? I understand nothing. If you hush those alluring lips of yours for a second, I'd be more than happy to explain. Okay, I'm hushing now. Totally, completely hushed. Now, where was I? Oh, yes. The Indie Megan Arcade is a huge area of Max that showcases all the new and upcoming indie arcade games. Indie developers get a chance to show off their stuff, get useful feedback, and maybe get a few people interested in a game along the way. That's the dream of the indie dev, to make a game that people enjoy playing. I really don't know much about the indie arcade scene, admittedly. Working at Funplex offers me crash course in arcade culture. Every day I'm learning about completely new aspects. It does make perfect sense to have an indie game scene. I just never realized that it existed. It's pretty amazing, actually. A community of people who share ideas and a passion. Can't afford mass production runs of the games, but they got a lot of heart, you know. They can't crank out a box for every arcade on Earth, but indie developers are free to make whatever type of game they want. No pressure from a big-name company either. And utter creative freedom. Really, anyone can make a game if you put your mind to it. In fact, I bet you, Shard, can make an arcade game. What say you? My game would be spectacular. I've always been the idea girl. Ever since I was a kid, I've been dreaming up game ideas. Like the zombie-themed fighter or a train driving racer. I got tons of them, just waiting to be turned into fully fledged games. I used to draw intricate arcade game levels on paper, too. Being surrounded by hard-working individuals at the Funplex only enriched that fantasy. I mean, I can't code or draw, but I can always dream up new ideas. Teo, you don't even know. I got so many ideas swimming in my head for a game. Oh, yeah? What would you make first? I would make a romance game. Way better. I would design a super cute puzzle game. Roguelike, procedurally generated open world twin sticker platform with loot boxes. I think I'd go with the romance game. I don't know exactly how a romance arcade game would work, but I'm all about creating new genres. I was thinking some summer game where you could date romance people. Yes! Also, it takes place in an arcade. A game about arcade romance in an arcade. Yes! Really, the core of the game would take an in-depth look at all the different aspects of the arcade community, how they function and interact with each other.
I know what that means.
Oh, yes.
Because it's
a
an
bit
arcade
slow for a
romance game in an arcade.
Game,
but in the game,
I know, it's enemy. Also, plenty of kissing and touching butts. Ah, okay, now you speak my language, which is the language of love. Too easy. I like it. Well, if you ever get super bored of being an arcade event manager, I can hook you up with all the proper people to launch your second career. What do you mean? Ooh, I have some friends who make arcade games for a living. Some friends? As soon as I said it, I became overtly aware of the situation. Since we stepped foot into the Indie Mega Arcade, people had been waving and nodding to Teo, not to mention all those people stopping us on the way to get here. I said more than some friends. You're a popular guy.
What? Come on.
He waves his hand, waving off the very notion that I know to be true. Come on, baby.
Let's make some cereal.
Not yet. You have to wait.
I'm hungry though.
Well, I asked you earlier if you wanted something to eat, and you told me no. Go get a Lunchable.
We have one.
Put your feet down. There's some salami in there.
It's spicy.
Look in your... What's in your drawer? Everyone knows who he is, and I have no idea. Hale's always been such a crowd pleaser at the Showtime stage, but I guess his popularity spread to all facets of his life. Dance champion, Indian arcade scene champion, huh?
I try to keep my friends' circles pretty separate. Sometimes it's not always perfect, and they tend to overlap. You know, like at Max.
Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go get Boo Boy some cereal.
Somehow this cake that right here isn't dry. But
What do you want?
this cake right here isn't dry.
The cake's dry?
But it isn't even dry.
No, stop touching it. Oh. These are all done when we work this cake.
We can take the tin for you.
Ow!
what?
Ow, ow, ow.
What's wrong? She stepped on my foot.
Well, I don't think you meant to.
She.
She?
Because Bella did it.
Heather did it. Go get the milk. And the spoon, get your milk.
I got it.
Just spin out the spoon.
Yes, eat one of this.
There you go.
I'm also going to take one of these
Okay.
so I can dry this one out. Wait, this is the paint one. Look at me my spoon with paint job by doing this. By drying off with the paint napkin. Fun.
Yeah. That last strawberry spoon, lost my phone. A Lunchable fit? A Lunchable? No, he wants cereal. So he got Fruity Pebbles. That's his favorite cereal.
But hey, it's got upsides. All my friends are here. The biggest downside of Max is just so hard to see everyone. Never get to spend enough time with them, you know?
That's what happens when you have too many friends sometimes.
I got friends here in the Indie Big Arcade. I got my Funplex crew. I got the dancing community. I just can't see them all. And when I can't see them, I feel like I let them down. I hate having to choose between them. Once again, I've failed my friends. You know, it's a surprise anyone still talks to me anymore.
Aww. Tato sighs heavily. His mood shifted from excitement to utter solace. The cool, collected Teo showing a side I've not yet seen. I guess he's able to experience emotion other than joy. Confirmed. Teo is not a joy robot. Ha! Cuzwalt! You're a joy robot. That's what it is. I like joy robots though. I want a joy robot in my closet. But this isn't right. Sad Teo's worst. His worst Teo, and as his friend I must fix this.
Hey, is it Mom? Is it Mom? My dad's dad spoiled my dad's old dog. You know how? Gave it hot dogs.
Oh well. I'll just make it fat.
Now he gives it to him every day.
No, yes, a joy robot. That's exactly what Cuzwalt is. That's a good thing. Happy, happy, happy. Alright, Teo puts too much pressure on himself, and with the amount of people he knows, it's physically impossible to see everyone. There is literally no way you can meet and hang out with every single person you know. If you had given 15 minutes time to the amount of people I've seen you say hello to, it would take an entire day to get through them. You exaggerate. Teo, if there's one thing you can be sure of, it's that Shard doesn't exaggerate. Well, that's not true. Only observe and state the objective facts. Usually. It's tough only seeing the people you care about every once in a while, but you've been doing a great job. I've seen so many of your friends stop and say hello to you. Plus, they completely understand when you told them you were busy. Not one left without a smile on their face. They really care about you. You know what, Shard? You're right. The more I hang out with Teo, the more I learn about him. It's always something new and something unexpected. Let's bring this back around to why we're here. How did you get involved in the indie arcade scene anyway? Through Michelle, the indie developer I want you to meet. I met her a few years ago at the previous Max. I was hanging out with my crew near the dancing games, and she stopped by to play around. Since she was new to the scene, I struck up a conversation with her, much like when I met you. Ah, so there's plenty of flirting then? Cannot help myself when surrounded by such beautiful, wonderful people. And Michelle makes indie arcade games. She's only one of the coolest, most prolific arcade developers in the industry today. She's worked on several big-name indie games, and when she's not working, she's speaking all over the world about arcade development. Color me impressed. Sounds like Michelle's the sort of influential person who could really help with Cuz, Walt, and Feely. She really is. I'm what now, Mato Oliveras? Ah, Michelle, only the worst person I've ever met. That's to be expected from somebody of your caliber. Touche. I was just looking for you, by the way. Well, I'm glad I found you then. What's on your mind? I wanted to introduce you, Shard. Nice to meet you. The pleasure is mine. It took me a second, but Michelle totally looks like, uh-oh. You aren't, perchance, also a federal agent. This is it. I'm Dune. It's a setup. I'm about to be re-editioned to a CIA black spot. Who, me? No way. Although my sister, well, I can neither confirm nor deny what she does for a living. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. I'm going to shut up now and focus on the arcade stuffs. I think what Shard's trying to say is that you seem to have a very confident and authoritative expression. That's all. Yep, that's exactly what I meant. Got it on the nose. Thanks, Teo. Sure, okay, let's go with that. Anyway, I spoke with Teo earlier in the day, and he told me you had a business proposition. Consider me all ears. Allow me to elaborate. Shar here was recently appointed as the event manager for the Funplex. Congrats, that's a cute little mom and pop place where Teo gets his groove on, right? I would categorize it more like a grandma and grandpa kind of arcade. It's not the fanciest one out there, but it's got heart. I like an arcade with good heart. Reminds me of my youth. The good old days when you walked into your home away from home, corded up, and enjoyed the company. But I digress. Getting too swept up in memories. Tell me more about the proposal. Shar is putting on a special event at the Funplex called Cuz, Walt, and Feely. It's a celebration of the arcade scene, if you will. Oh, I will. We're going to have high score competitions, esports stuff, mystery game reveals, and the works. I'm going all out on it. And Teo, I take it you're doing a dance event as well? He is, but it'd be great if we had one more thing to the list. Maybe the premiere of a new indie game? Guess. Could you possibly mean my game, Magical Moon Cuties? If you allowed us the honors. Have I given you the elevator pitch yet? All I know is there are magical schoolgirls and I'm intrigued. So would a lot of other people, I think. It's a competitive, cooperative puzzle game where people have to work together and match all the magical orbs before their opponents can. Think 3-player magical drop, but with combo attacks. Why does this sound like a game I've seen? Everyone plays a different adorable magical schoolgirl, hence the cuties part. That sounds better than last time I heard it. Right! I'm pretty excited to share Magical Moon Cuties to the world. I've mostly been doing some very selective demos for media outlets today, but so far the general public hasn't been allowed to play it. I'm looking for the perfect place and time to release it. Big publicity would mean I might land a manufacturer contract or publisher, so I could do a wide release. Cuz, Walt, and Feely might be a good choice for that, but I'm going to need a little more convincing. What else you got? Okay, Shard, don't blow this. It's all about the heart of the arcade. Michelle has mentioned earlier, likes an arcade that has heart and soul. I shall appeal to that. You aren't going to find an arcade that has more spirit than Funplex. Everyone who frequents there, employees and patrons alike, want nothing more than this event to succeed. This is our chance to show the world our dreams. We've been pouring all of our combined energy into making Cuz, Walt, Feely victorious. Teo, myself, and all the staff and all the gamers. With a Magical Moon Cuties on our side, we can just bring even more heart to this affair. It's the perfect fit for the kind of friendly atmosphere we want, bringing people together. Boy, you got me right in the feels. Plus, I really wanted to play Magical Moon Cuties, too. Ha! Fair enough. I was just sassing you anyway. After I discussed it with Teo, I already knew I was going to show Magical Moon Cuties at Funplex. Love that enthusiasm, though. Really? Really, I mean it. It's either the Funplex or Deco's Palace, and while Deco is the heavyweight champion of the arcade world, it's not a good fit for my dreams. Great, so it's settled? I think so. I know so. Magical Moon Cuties will have its first playable showing to the public at Cuswald and Feely. I think that's to make a new arcade name. Some games that we won't die off. And I don't know, Feely, but I feel like this game she's made would kill us all off really quick. I'll haul my phototype cabinet over to your arcade the day before so you can get it all set up. I'd appreciate you keeping it hidden until the event, though. Already brought a mystery concealing tarp for our rare game release. Heck, what's one more mystery concealing tarp between friends? This will be an event to remember, and I'm thrilled. I can't wait to share the news with everyone. You know, I'd feel really sad if this fell apart. This would make me sad. I wouldn't want to play the game. Shard, thanks for the support. I really appreciate it. Ooh, but I should really be thanking you. Sorry to cut this combo short off, but Michelle, your next interview is here. It's Mark from Hexagon. Mark, Hexagon, got it. It's so hard to keep track of all these different media outlets. Shard, it's been great. My people will call your people or whatever they do these days. Oh, expect your social media to explore later today. Ta-ta! In a flash, Michelle wandered back to the crowd of people, her friend leading her to the next interview, leaving me standing in shock, unable to believe what had happened. A top indie designer premiering at my event. I imagined the adorable smiling faces that animate magical schoolgirls, and I could practically hear them cheering me on. I knew everything would be okay. Is this my life? Oh, nothing. Just me singing to myself. Out loud, nonetheless. No worries. I do it all the time. Mostly when I'm alone, though. But overall, that went really well. I'm glad that Michelle was really excited to bring her game to Funplex. Me too. Oh. This could be bad. I don't know if I have any more batteries. Honestly, I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. I have to get batteries tomorrow. That's what I have to remember. What was actually helping me with the hype at the cosplay contest? Because, wow, you keep asking me these questions I know not the answers to. So far, I just feel like it's story mode and we just talk through the whole thing and we all go ooh and ah of the cute little the pictures. I feel like Cuswalt and Feely is going to be amazing. They are amazing, Cuswalt and Feely. They're amazing dudes. That's the spirit. I never doubted you for a second. I'm about to reply with a total witty retort about doubting and time. However, we were interrupted by the sounds of a bell chime. The hall will be closing in 30 minutes. It's over already? I was just getting started. I've barely seen anything yet. I could do this for at least another 4 hours. I am frightened and confused as to how you still have so much energy left, Tato. I'm amazed even myself sometimes. As for me, I was exhausted, allowing yawns to escape my mouth. Well, I'm officially pooped and ready to go home. I still wanted to squeeze in a couple more games before the hall closes. They are going to have to drag you out of the hall once it closes, aren't they? Kicking and screaming. Thanks for your help with Cuswalt and Feely today. That's what friends are for. I'm glad to have you as a friend. Ditto. See you back at the arcade, Shard. With our pleasantries exchanged, I left Tato to finish the dying seconds of Max in the Indie Mega arcade. All in all, a successful day. Beep beep, Shard, you have a new text message. Operation Hot Dog Takedown, mission complete. Assess extracted and heading home for a leisure bath and some anime. Huh? She hacked the video signs and snuck away. Look at the scenes. Our flyer's airing there now. Wow, I don't know. I didn't know Ashley was a hacker. Maybe we should swap tips. I'd like the Funplex to commit fewer felonies rather than more, Iris. Okay. Right, time to head home. I promised I would meet Juniper just outside the main exit of the hall, and that's exactly where I was headed. The rush of fresh air hit me as I pushed the double glass doors open. It was nice, refreshing, and a much better smell than the one I'd been around all day. Well, I'm glad you're drawing, Feely. It's always great to draw. I didn't have to wait long until I saw Juniper. She bounced happily up to me. So, how was your first match, Char? It was fantastic. The amount of support I got from my friends today was amazing. I know I can always count on them, and I feel like we bounded closer as friends. I can't wait to go back next year. As to be expected with a convention. That is usually true how conventions are. Although in your case, you really outdid yourself and got smacked with 300% of what everyone else would have. Yeah? How'd you figure? Well, most people drop by Max, play some games, maybe attend a panel or two, do some shopping. They're here to be catered to. You, on the other hand, were doing the catering, and like any good catering, that means spinning plates and doing 12 different things at once. You found interesting ways to push Cuswalt and Feely and promoted the Funplex as a whole. You worked your butt off to do it, so rather than attending Max, you were Max. Sure feels that way. I'm totally drained. Kind of envy you, you know. It sounds like you had some great adventures today, other than designing that flyer. I didn't do that much beyond playing a few games and buying cute t-shirts and stuff. But let me tell you, they are really super cute t-shirts. I'm glad I could support you though, even if it was just, you know, by doodling up a flyer. It's hardly a doodle, you did great design one. You'd be better off not being. It's hardly, that's what I'm going. Hey, don't sell yourself short. That flyer looks super professional. I mean, no fun comic stands, but still pretty cool. Thanks, Shard. I really enjoy doing stuff like that. I don't exactly get a lot of opportunities at the office to express myself. Okay, let's get home and get some real rest. We've both earned it. In fact, I'd say we took it. Juniper, don't. To the max! I knew that was coming. She has kitty cat tights on. A little bit pull-up tights. After that moment, the rest of the evening was a blur. I knew that Juniper and I took the train back home, heated up some pizza bagels, and safely made it to my comfy bed. I think I was still a shock. At the beginning of the day, I thought no one was going to know about Cuswalt and Feely. We'd be stuck as a relatively unknown mom-and-pop arcade. But now it seems like the whole world knows, which is great, but also pretty nerve-wracking. I sighed heavily, letting all my mixed emotions flow over me. There was no turning back now. What I'd set in motion will stay in motion. It can only get bigger and better from here. At least that's what I'm going to keep telling myself as I drift to sleep. I'm proud of what I've accomplished today, and I can't wait to tell everyone at the Funplex about all I've done. I hope they're proud of me too. And before I know it, Cuswalt and Feely will be upon us. That sounded bad. Cuswalt and Feely will be upon us. Ah, look, we've done that. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Take it to the max. What do we do? Well, we're still highly compassionate. Ooh, we've got Percy now. Percy loves us. I don't know how Queen Bee went up. We haven't really talked to her at all. Okay, well, Gavin seems to take a shine to you. You're proving to be gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. But so did Percy, man. Also, you scored 11,550 points. Go for the high score. Actually, I don't know what the high score is, but hey, go for it anyway. You want to save your game before proceeding to level 4? Yes. Save game. Okay, we're going to keep going. I don't know if we'll make it through 4, though. We're going to try. I'm going to try to make it 4. I am sure that Cuswalt's going to go to sleep soon. So Cuswalt, you have a good night. And I will chat with you tomorrow. Feely boy, you keep on drawing. Because I know that you stay up late at night. You're like me. You're a late night person. Alright, level 4. Player versus player. Ooh. I don't sound good. I don't want to be player versus player. My kids will be home soon, I hope. Alright. It is the future year of 2022, and this is my hour. Max has come and gone, and we're hoping a good number of folks we reached out to will be here today at my big event. Cuz Walt and Feely, it's a make it or break it moment for me. Well, I'm just glad you're spending your time coloring and watching me, Feely. Thank you. My chance to put the Funplex on the map. My chance to make something more of this job than a 9-to-5 vacuuming the carpet and looking for missing skeet balls. My chance to prove to myself that I can do this. Everyone's counting on me to bring in the customers and keep them coming back for more. Without that, we're constantly at risk of Funplex shutting down. And thank you, Cuz Walt. I'm just glad you're hanging out with me during your nighttime routine. So, no pressure or anything. Here I am, psyching myself out, watching the clock. Once the little hand hits the 10 and the big hand hits the 12, Cuz Walt and Feely is a go! I don't want to be nervous. I don't want to be freaking out like I was at Max. I want to face this with absolute confidence. But, well, sadly I'm me and not someone else. And those old instincts to assume that everything will go wrong, those feelings are still hanging on. Almost time. Are you ready? No? Yes? You know what? Let's go with yes, even if it's no. Stay cool now. Customers can smell blood and weakness. That's not helping me stay cool. You're the one that wanted to be an event manager. You're going to have to face this head on. You've got my confidence if that helps. Well, okay, that helps a little. You continuously impressed me since day one of working here. Not just as the model employee, but as a genuine human being. I'm proud of you stepping up here. That's a lot of back patting. No more than you deserve. Now, let's get moving. I'll meet you out there. 10 o'clock. Time to do this. You can do this, Shard. You know what? Even if the family curse makes you fail miserably and crash and burn, at least you can say you took an honest whack at it. You'll never succeed if you don't at least take a few whacks. With that settled, I pushed through the door and out into the arcade. That's true. Life is full of taking some whacks. Let's be honest, we'll probably get more than a dozen randos anyway. No big deal, right? Oh, that's not a dozen randos. That is considerably more than a dozen randos. Wait, why am I panicking? This is a good problem to have. We want a big crowd for the end. Okay, it's more folks to wrangle, but I can do this. I can do this. I step out in front of the crowd, waving for attention. Hey, everyone! Briefly, I look down to make sure I'm wearing pants, unlike my nightmares about public speaking. Welcome, everyone, to Cuz Walt and Feely at Francine's Arcade Fun Palace. Funplex, not Fun Palace. We've got some awesome things in store for you today. I'll go over the basics and then we can get this party started. First, the token machines will be spitting out extra tokens when you buy $5 or more of them, so make the most of it. Second, the Fist of Discomfort tournament. We're streaming it live on Queebede's channel. Sign-ups are at the prize desk. See the giant pink flamingo for details. Third, a high-score contest of nearly every other game in the arcade. Register your 3-letter initials with Gavin at the desk to join in. Whoever holds the top score at the end of the day gets a trophy and tokens. We're planning a monthly high-score challenge leaderboard, so let's get that started. Fourth, for those of you participating in the cosplay contest, your outfits look great, and check in with Ashley about details. Fifth, I can confirm rumors. We're going to have magical moon cuties playable on the floor today. The Funplex is the home of the indies. Finally, in a few minutes, I'll be revealing our new rare game. Only a few prototypes were ever made, and today you'll get to play one of them. All of those things were on the flyers and the promotional website and so on, meaning the point by point was kind of redundant. They're ready to go. But should I pump the crowd up a bit, get them excited? Can't half-ass this either. Warning, intense identity situation detected. Of course, we haven't had one of those yet. You have my respect, my gratitude, thank you, comfort. We're going to go with veteran or newbie alike. I hope you all have a lot of fun and make new friends today. The Funplex is meant to be fun for all. Casual gamer or core gamer, young or old, retro or modern. We want everyone to have a blast. You know what, Cuz Walt? I think this is an arcade simulator. It just happens to have some relationship shit in it and stuff about mental health. Even if you don't walk away with a trophy, you'll be walking out of here with memories of a time well spent with these great games and the great people you'll meet today. So, anything we can do to make sure you're having fun, let us know. And we hope you come back to the Funplex again to recapture the magic moments you'll experience today. On behalf of the Funplex, thank you for joining us at Cuzwalt and Freely. Now, let's get gaming! Yep, that got them excited. Right, okay, now it's time to reveal our new rare game and get this show underway. Gavin and Nobi wheel the tarp-covered game out from the back room. Excitement builds in the room as it's pushed into place. My friends, I give you Raven Keep, a rare laser-disc-based game where you are a daring princess rescuing a prince from the clutches of an evil lizard. And the crowd goes mild? I thought Laserdisc games played like crap. Isn't that why they stopped making them? They're not all bad. They could be Kichichi nostalgic at least. Could be fun. Maybe I'll give it a shot after I'm out of the FOD Furry pools. Not the burst of joy I hoped for. But I thought this game was really sought after by collectors and stuff. That's different than from being popular. I wouldn't worry though. Today's crowd is fairly hardcore. Once more casual players are wowed by the animation, it should pay for itself. Didn't Shard kind of get it for free? My point stands. Well, about ready to give up on this now and move on to other things when I spot something out of the corner of my eye. Very hesitantly, a young girl approaches, eyes full of wonder at the cartoon playing before her of the daring princess, and after dropping in 2 tokens, she starts to play, standing on her tiptoes to do so. Games are meant to be played and loved. The players that grow to love them, players like me, always find them in the end. Hopefully that girl will have cherished childhood memories of Raven Keep, just like I did. Her nerves unwind somewhat. I'm seeing everybody ready to go. Maybe today will work out just fine after all. And with the event underway, folks head off to sign up for the high score challenges, the FOD tourney, or just go play some games. As for me, I work my way through the crowd and back to the desk. One last thing to do, check in with our VIPs before they dive headfirst into the storm. Tato's managing the stage to encourage folks to get silly on the dance floor. Percy's preparing for his whoopee run. Queen Bee's ready to face her first opponents. I know I can rely on the staff, but in a lot of ways, the gamers are our real star talent for the day. It's their event, and I need to support them. For starters, I wave over Tato. Everything set for today's dancing, Tato? And Tato's fanching and winks and gives me a thumbs up. Ready to rock, but can't stop to chat. Running the stage is my focus for the next few hours, and it's going to take every ounce of social juice I can squeeze out. If you need me, check me out during lunch break, okay? Phrasing and K. Percy, world record time. You up for this? Absolutely. Whoa, okay, definitely the focus today. Not as usual, softly smiling self. Naomi set up a little camera to record the whole thing, and when I set the record, I'll submit it as the new high score to defeat. Accumulation of years of effort, all coming to a head. The pressure's well and truly on, isn't it? I can always try another day, yes, but this isn't for me. I mean, it never was for me. Today, it's also for you. For the Funplex, you mean. For you. This event is more than a way to put the Funplex on the map. It's like your own personal high score attempt. Chasing your dream, always grasping just out of reach. I hate to let you all down. More improvement systems online. Aim the encouragement canyons. Hey, if you bungle, there's always Donkey Kong. Win or lose, your sister Bat proud of you. Win or lose, your sister Bat proud of you. Is there anything I can do to make this easier? That's the basic. We'll just go with win or lose. Percy, I know how much this game means to you, how much it meant to your sister as well. But trust me on this, our loved ones care for us regardless, no matter where they are now, and even if you don't make that score today, she loves you. I know she'd be proud. Quite right, quite right. I'm glad I told you about her, Shard, that I shared my pain with you. Today, I'll turn that pain into joy by conquering a Moopy in her name. Very well. For Stella, for myself, for you, and for the Funplex. I shall give it my all. Percy offers a quick salute, then marches off to the war with Mr. Moopy's magic maze, having a seat on his stool to begin the run. Next up, checking in with... Char, what the fuck? Hey, ready for the tournament?
No way.
I'm not ready in the slightest. Not for this, not for him. With a subtle head nod, she indicates a fairly nondescript fellow with a t-shirt and jeans, standard gamer gear. But there's an unusual design in the back of his jacket, like some wide-eyed fang oni. This is the local event, right? Funplex regulars, city scrubs, and a bunch of cosplays otaku from Max. That's, yes, that's what this is. Then why the fuck is the demon here? The who? Known on Western shores as the demon, in his home country of Japan as Kami, he is the top-rated fist of discomfort player in the world. As for your question, Miss V, I invited you. What? You asked me to handle invitations for the tournament, right? And as part of my helpful assistant in setting up Cousin Walt and Feely, honestly, I'm surprised he accepted my invitation. All the other top-rated pros turned it down flat. He even flew here from Canada on his own dime. Yen, isn't that nice of him? Char, did your magical phone fairy just put me dead in crosshairs of the greatest player who ever lived? Maybe, yeah, we'll go with yes. Sorry. I am fucked. I am so completely fucked. We can't be losing morale now. I can't have my friend so frantic over this. Plus, this is one of the main events, and when she's in top fighting form, she's an all-star entertainer. I've got to pump her up. Maybe kick his ass. I mean, you got this. You know its moves. You've seen him in action before. That means you know what he's going to do before he does it. Top-rated players are the ones in the true crosshairs. This is your chance to take down the demon, Queen Bee. I know you can do it. He squeaks out a smile, but it's not her usual radiant, confident grin. Yeah, true. Okay, I've watched hundreds of his matches. I'll do this. Here goes nothing. She marches off to join the tournament. I'm getting a sinking feeling. Did I make a mistake?
My calculations estimated that having a top player would bring in at least 150% more attendance. I mean, I was just trying to help this event be the best it could be.
Yeah. Don't worry about Iris. I asked you to invite star players that had hyped the event to the moon, and that's what you did. And even if Demon beats Queen Bee, well, the Funplex wins.
Even so, I feel kind of bad. It's good that I feel bad, right? That I'm not making a purely quantitative analysis of the situation.
Well, it's kind of bad that you feel bad because, well, you're an AI, so if you feel anything, that's kind of good and bad. Humans are rarely purely quantitative.
Exactly.
No. That's oddly enough cheers her up a bit. Now we're in trouble with that AR. Right, that's everyone squared away. For the next few hours, it's floor attendant Shar on duty, making sure Cuzwalt Feely soars like an eagle, rather than a turkey. By and large, the event runs itself, or rather, Tato, Ashley, Gavin, and Naomi keep it rolling. My job is to troubleshoot, and boy, howdy, is there trouble to shoot. Not 1 hour in, we got problems, even if they aren't major ones. I don't want even minor problems to mess up this event. Not even one glass of spilled milk. My stress level is so high that I might start bawling at the sight of it. Beep beep, Shar, can I be of assistance? I'd like to make things up to you after that invitation, Snafu. Currently, I'm detecting 3 problems for you to solve. Someone beating up a cabinet, a player loudly cursing at a game, and a crowd milling around the vending machines. As floor attendant and event manager, it's your duty to make things right, and the crowd's already on edge from all the high-stakes competition. Where do I start, though? Now people panting cabinets, soaring up a storm's of problem markets. Sharks are suing the snakes. Sharks, snack machines. Let's try with that one first. Button mashing, it's thirsty work, and right away from the red lights on the soda machine, I know exactly what is wrong. The waters of life, the dew that flows from the mountains, has dried up. What gives? It's completely empty. Shouldn't they have stocked up before a big event? We did stock up. They just drank it all faster than expected, and there's no more in the back to replace it. Ah, I need more caffeine! More caffeine! Think you had enough there, buddy. They sell us all those salty snacks from one machine and then empty our wallets in the other. It's all part of the grand master plan. Conspiracy theory, Rando. For sure, nothing we do is organized enough to be considered a grand master plan. Although, maybe I should run this by Gavin. He might have a way to turn this conspiracy theory into reality. We want soda! We want soda! Ashley's doing her best to intervene, but the giant flamingo isn't really distracting enough to keep a bunch of thirsty gamers at bay. How are we going to fix this? Read the whole story from our drink, see if Ashley has an idea. Order more with the help of Iris. Which that one? That one or this one? Let's do that one. Logistics problem. This feels like job for Iris. At your service. We need soda pronto. If these kids don't get their daily intake of sugar, their insulin will drop dangerous low levels. We need 100 liters of soda. Stat. Yes, Dr. Shard. I'll order up a dozen boxes right away. I need that life-saving fluid now, Nurse Iris. Even with the free 2-day shipping, I don't think they'll get here soon enough. Already got it covered, Shard. And soon, even over the din of the crowd, I can hear a distant buzzing sound drawing closer and closer. And through the front windows of Frontplex, I see a squadron of flying delivery drones, each bearing a single can of soda. Phalanx of quadcoptered rotors carefully descend, stacking the boxes perfectly before descending cargo clamps and soaring off into city skylines. Wow. I love the smell of soft drinks in the morning. Like victory. On seeing the arrival of the drinks, the crowd cheers, and a few of the friendly asserts help me carry the cases in, and for the drink-craving gamers to feast upon. That's a bundle, Iris. You're one step ahead, as always. You didn't hijack those drones or steal that soda, right? Relax. I'm trying to be super ethical today. I charge it to the Funplex account like any soda delivery, and shipping's gonna cost a lot, though. Fair enough. What's next? Can't have people punching cabinets. This game is busy smacking the side of Wild Rider cabinet. The fake plastic motorcycle handles on the front of the game rattle each time. No, this can't be happening. Sir, you're not allowed to hit the games. Plus, when Naomi saw this, she'd be as good as excommunicated. Oh, you're the gal I got mad at when that fat dude wouldn't stop playing Moopy, right? Sorry. I got anger issues. I'm trying to work on them. But would you look at this? Of all the rotten luck. I got to the top lap score. I did it. And now the game's frozen right after crossing the finish line. Honestly, I'm not surprised. Wild Rider is one of our most problematic games. Constantly freezing or going splat. And only fixes it at least once a week. It was made in the early 2000s with janky low polys and low production values as a whole. I'm sorry for hitting the game. I guess that was pretty stupid of me, but is there anything you can do to help me keep my score? I got a real shot at winning this one. This guy rubs me the wrong way, but he seems sincere in his apology, and he's a paying customer today, despite claiming he'd leave forever, so I should keep that ball rolling. Hello, iHeartSpares. Thank you for stopping by. What's going on? The Hamley has arrived. The bagel raid. Bagel raids, baby bagel ham. Thank you guys. Is this a raid? Because I don't have a raid notice. So thank you guys for stopping by. That's actually awesome. Who sent you? There's Elder Calf. Baby bagel ham. iHeartSpares. iHardcore Harry. Baby bagel ham. I like the baby bagel ham. That's a cute name, guys. Raid. Thank you for the raid. I don't know if any of you guys know this game. This is called Arcade Spirits. And, oh, thanks. Well, I'm glad you guys are fans of the game. I'm on level 4 right now. I've never played it before. This is the first time. Thank you for coming by. I didn't know there was anybody out there that's ever knew anything about that. Feely Boy's here with me. Cuz Walt's here with me. Who brought the raid in? Somebody tell me who the raider was so I can give a shout out, please. Cuz you brought the raider. Okay, so everybody go check out Baby Bagel Ham. That is so sweet of you. I love that name, man. I love the name. You know, they're giving out pizza bagels in this game. Oh, and you're playing the new Challenges Action. I just bought the game, so I didn't know they had new challenges. So, yeah, you love the pizza bagels. It's an interesting game. It is. It is very interesting. I don't play dating sims, but this is Love Thyself Day here on the West Coast. We've got at least an hour and a half left of it. And I have renamed Valentine's Day. And I thought I'd do a dating sim. And we looked up a couple of them. My son loves dating sims. It's his thing. And so he loved Monster Prom. And we read this one and we thought, oh, you know, since I was born in the 60s, I went through the whole arcade thing. So I thought it'd be really fun to do this and have some nostalgic and stuff in it. So, yeah, I like the interactions with the people. I don't see the dating part of it, though, as much. Not really. What I see is a lot of psychological relationship stuff of how being kind and compassionate and how you're going to get certain things going. And I see how you could, like some other games I've played where there's a romance part in it, I can see where your choices are going to give you an ending. And then you could go back and play the game again and get a totally different ending, I am positively sure. But like Dragon Age, I played Dragon Age, so that has romance in it. All three of them do. And so you can have an interacting companion relationships going on, with Inquisition, of course, being the most intense. And Dragon Age 1, I guess. And then, of course, Mass Effect has that same thing. But, yeah, it's an interesting game. Though, one of my mods keeps saying it's a arcade simulation game. Which, it's kind of fun having both fake games and real games in it too. You've played Mass Effect so many times, yeah. Mass Effect is a good one for that. Dragon Age is too. Dragon Age 1 has really great romance in it. You never can get it to turn out the way you want, though. The way it's just set up, you can't really get there. But this is really cute, and I'm kind of glad I played it. I'm trying to finish it out. If I don't finish it out tonight, I will make a video and post it on YouTube. Won't be on Twitch, though, sadly, because I can't post videos to Switch. But, yeah, thanks, guys, for stopping by. That's actually awesome, and I won't be playing a whole lot of it in the future, so you guys don't have to follow me or nothing. It's not a big deal. I'm not working towards affiliate or anything. I just stream because I enjoy having fun, and I do a lot of art stuff. And so I have a lot of other things going on in there where you can go to my website and see the stuff that's going on, you know. But I don't push for affiliate, so I don't need the followers because, like I said, I don't play a lot of these type of games. The games I play are a lot of puzzle games. I'll play a lot, not very good. I play a lot of stuff like Mad Max, Final Fantasy, Assassin's Creed. Those are my kind of games for the most part. But I welcome you for being here, and it was absolutely fabulous for you guys to raid for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And when a pizza's on a bagel, you can have pizza anytime. That is awesome. Thanks, guys. Hey, if you like a puzzle game, One of the good ones that just came out, it's really fun and they're old time puzzles like, is The Last Campfire, done by Hello Games. If you guys haven't played that one, it's pretty fun. I did like What Remains of Edith Finch too. That one was pretty cute. More of a walking sim kind of thing, but yeah, you know, so yeah, if you get a chance, you should you should play The Last Campfire. It's so cute. They're so darling, the little creatures in it. If you like cute. That's the thing. So yeah, and I played that one. I pick up some and I play them. Another one is The Wild Heart. So The Wild Heart is another one I'm playing. I haven't finished that one. Costume Contest, Costume Quest, those ones are kind of cute too. But well, that's cool. Okay, we have some good games together. But yeah, so I stream Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Tuesdays are single games. Tomorrow I will be playing Mad Max, Kingmaker, because I promised Cuzwald I'd visit Kingmaker again. We're going to be best friends ever! Cool! And then, I haven't figured out the other. I was thinking maybe Slime Rancher. I haven't visited Slime Rancher. Or Genshin Impact. And then, Thursdays, I'm right now working on Final Fantasy IX, Assassin's Creed Unity, which... pull on me, and not gonna finish Dragon Age yet, so I'm not sure. Oh, Horizon Zero Dawn. Yep. And then Feely Boy plays a lot of retro games and other stuff like that. The Ghost and Goblins, I think, Feely Boy, and Solar Ash. So thanks. I'm on the West Coast, so just so you guys know, I start in the mornings and I usually end around this time or a little longer. But thank you guys for showing up. Happy Love Thyself Day and share the love. Thank you, Baby Bagel Ham, again, and we're gonna go back to dealing with this poor guy's anger issues. Let's see. Let me check with Naomi, see if she can do anything. Okay, hang on. I'm going to check with our technician. See if there's anything we can do to recover your game. Thank you, Baby Bagel Ham. Such a cute name. Alright, Feely, you tell him all the games you love to play. Hyper Lift Driver. Yep, that's it. Things like that. Yep. He's got that other side of stuff playing. Alright, already texted Naomi for you. Thanks, Iris. Naomi comes, charging out of her workshop, looking perturbed. Wild Rider again? Quickly, she slips around behind the game, popping open the back panel. She uses her phone's flashlight to poke through the works. These early 3D games are such a pain. If it was a pure retro game, or even a pure modern one, it'd be way more reliable. Okay, I see the problem. 1 second. And like that, the virtual motorcycle unfreezes, confetti and cheers shouting from the game as it probably registered the lap time. As it properly registered the lap time. So, alright, all done. Call me if it breaks again. Bye. Oh man, she did it. My score's saved. Hallelujah! I owe you, seriously. I'm taking home that Wild Rider trophy. Another happy customer, but I should keep an eye on that game in case it falls apart again. Next problem. Wait a second. I loop back around the center of the room and I can't help but notice two things. Percy looking oddly irate. Queen Bee is missing. My instinct says I should tend our VIPs first and foremost. I don't think I can cover both of them in time, but I can help out at least one of them. Even if it leaves the last of those crowd problems twisting the wind. I don't know. This is triage. Where should I focus? Queen Bee is freaking out. I'll see to her. Perry isn't looking great. He may need help. Swearing up a storm problem around kids. I'm going with Percy, man. We've been working hard on Percy here. We're going to stick to Percy. The crowd around Percy is decent, but the mob scenes we're seeing around the Fist of Discomfort or the snack machines, but not the mob scene. Okay. Mostly curious onlookers watching Percy as he uses the game. I don't think I've ever seen a game over screen for Mr. Mopey's Magic Maze. Percy gives the joystick an angry smack before quickly pumping in another token and starting again. For that matter, I've never seen Percy actually angry. Even when his runs aren't doing great, he's usually so chilled about it all. Oh, for fuck's sake! Another first hearing Percy swear. I gotta step in. He needs some team support. Hey, Percy, remember to breathe. In, out, in, out. You can do this. You've done this a dozen times before. He closes his eyes for a moment as the scene refreshes between two mazes.
Exactly. I've done this dozens of times before. Hundreds of times. So why am I actually losing? Blast it! I keep making stupid mistakes. Losing lives at an unacceptable rate. I should be building up a stock. A safety buffer for bad RNG manipulation runs, for taking quick breaks. Instead, I'm barely keeping my head above water. Truthfully, this is my second game over today. If this was some glitzy showpiece run at Deco's Palace with big names and retro score chasing play, I'd probably have shut down the whole show by now.
It's early in the morning. You can afford a few mistakes, right? Possibly. Possibly not. Oh, cool, Feely boy. Awesome. And 3.5 million world record run would take hours. I'm not sure there's enough hours left in the event, even if I was at peak performance.
Bloody hell. This isn't me. I should be better than this. I have to do better than this.
Oh, bugger it. From earlier, it's clear he felt that achieving his dream alongside mine was important to him, and there's nothing so small matter of doing it in honor of his sister, honor? I suppose, he's British. First things first, he needs to stop for now and calm down. Playing angry clearly isn't working. What can I do to help here? Offer a hug, put a hand on his shoulder, shoot it. Very lightly I rest one hand on his shoulder, but my voice is firm, even if my touch is gentle. I think you need to step away for a minute. Find a minute for a breather. You only just started a new game. Surely a few minutes won't make or break things. Oh, quite right. He steps away from the game and the crowd to take a breather. There's no point in throwing away games. I need to refocus myself. Quite right, as always, love. Right, step 2. As much as it may hurt him to admit it, he needs to accept the possibility that today just isn't the day. I've worked here long enough to know Percy's heart. He only finds peace in the game when he's at peace with himself. This pressure to succeed is too much. Percy, listen to me. Listen, please. Win or lose, we're proud of you. I'm proud of you. Your friends are proud of you. And you know that Stella is proud of you too. Didn't you already give me this speech earlier? And is it any less true than it was this morning? If I'm repeating myself, it's only because I need you to hear my words. I am proud of you. And I'll say it until you believe it too. I suppose you're right. I'm letting no one down today by my poor performance. No one, except myself, really. Would that I could simply take a mulligan and try again would that there was time. If it's about winning the game while at Cuswalt and Feely. No, well, I'd love to do that, as I've noted, yes. It's complicated, and nothing you need to worry yourself about. Percy? Nothing to worry about at all. See, when you say things like that, I worry. It's like that dog sitting in the burning room saying, "This is fine!" Pardon? Percy is apparently not hip with the memes of the youth, as he is an old. Look, love, I'll stick around and chat, but if I'm to make this record, I should get back to it. Still, I'll try to take your words to heart. It's just another run. No more, no less. I have to see it that way, whether or not it's true. Now, you've got to invent a man to cheer. I can play my best knowing you're doing your best out there. You got my word on that.
Right. Once more into the breach, Mr. Loopy.
And he's back into the maze, zapping monsters, collecting treasures, looking for the exit, time and time again. Something nasty is brewing here. He doesn't show what's going on beneath the surface to just anyone. I've learned about the tragic in his past, yes, but for others, a smile, a nod, nothing more. not like I'm not now getting a smile and a nod and nothing more, but I can't force it out of him. Not sure I like that. I'm now getting a smile and a nod and nothing more. I'll check in with him later just to be safe. Half of Cuzwalt and Feely in the can have to go. I've been running myself ragged trying to catch every little problem. There's still plenty left to do, but no sense in practicing self-care too. Not self-care too. It's time to get my lunch on. And while this nice quiet moment to myself would probably help, what would help more would be a smidge of social interaction beyond crisis management. Percy and Queen Bee are obviously tied up in their own affairs, but everyone else should be open. Who could I lean on in my time of need? Naomi's still in her workshop. Maybe she liked company. Gabba has probably used a break from score wrangling. Ashley just ducked into the employees only room. Tails looking around. That could be a good moment. Aha, who have we not actually talked to a lot? Gavin. I work my way around packs of gathered gamers to approach the prize desk. As I explained already, pole position and pole position 2 are different games. You can't just map your Fuji lap time from one to the other. Oh, okay. Gavin sighs as the gamer wanders off. Shard, I don't envy you this job, that's for certain. Tell me about it. Listen, you want to go get some lunch? It'd be a chance to clear your head and relax a bit. I suppose I can spare a few moments, certainly. Eager to depart, Gavin leads the way as we head next door, away from the chaos and the noise of the funplex. Oh, we're back to the... Okay. My companion fetches a table in the crowded calf while I memorize our order and carry it forth to yon service counter. I make my way to the front of the line, trying to keep the lunch order neatly arranged in my bread, despite all the chaos of today's event.
Well, look who's here. I'm looking. It's our favorite arcade wrangler.
Arcade minion? Arcade flunky? What's the right term?
Event manager, actually. And you know those flyers for Cuzwalt and Feely I asked you passed out? It's my baby.
Moving up in the world, I see.
A proud parent of a shiny arcade baby.
And yet, no invite for us to the baby shower.
Why, I feel snubbed.
But seriously, we couldn't be prouder. And to think when we first walked through these doors, we were still trying to figure out your place in things.
Ben and I know a thing or two about finding your dream and sacrificing to make it happen.
Long hours, hard work,
Hard hours and long work, too.
struggling to make ends meet.
Having meetings to discuss how to end the struggles.
Can't imagine how difficult it must have been for you to get to where you are now.
Wasn't that difficult, honestly. I came up with a name, talked it up at max, and that's it.
Oh, I'd be on the lookout for hidden costs on the back end then.
Speed bumps on the road of life to catch you unawares as you're soaring down the highway of success.
But if you wreck your $500,000 imported sports car of business triumph, we'll be there to drown your sorrows in coffee.
Huh.
And donuts.
And donuts.
Don't forget the donuts, an essential component. Next order, please.
Shaking my head, I wander back to our table with lunch in tow. As Galvin settles in to enjoy his lunch and his time away from Cuzwalt and Feely, he relaxes a bit. So, tell me about yourself, for starters. I mean, we work together and you like pinball, I guess. I barely know anything about you beyond that. We've spent some time together, but I suppose it's been rather focused time, hasn't it? No time for pleasantries. Very well. Where would you like to start, precisely? Let's start. I mean, why the arcade exactly? Because it's a losing prospect. Don't misunderstand me. I love it for it not to be a losing prospect, and honestly, I'm pleased you're stepping up to help with that. I suppose, well, you know, I like to bring order to chaos. Just like pinball, it requires a degree of finesse alongside a degree of luck. Two factors my family simply does not understand. We don't have to get into family stuff if you don't want to. Ah, no. It'll go a long ways to explaining how I came to be where I am. It's fine. I suppose the best standalone example would be my father, constantly reminding me how he came from nothing and made himself a business success, a gold standard. Except it's a lie. His father came from nothing, not him. Society wasn't exactly, let's say, adventurously arranged for the Coopers. In my grandfather's era, he had even more societal setbacks to deal with than the usual simply due to the color of his skin. We made great progress on such issues since the early 1950s. Not a solved equation, not by far, but quite daunting during his particular chunk of history. Despite that, with ridiculously hard work and a bit of cleverness, my grandfather recognized the technology sector as the right place to be at the right time and began his work there. He carved out a good life for his family, gave back to his community. His children have the best schooling, the best home life, all the resources and comfort one needs to get a head start in life, which unfortunately led to our family becoming absolute definition of class privilege, a bit of a double-edged sword. My grandfather worked himself to death to give my father a makeshift golden parachute, but my father trivialized that to make himself look like a self-made man. He gives my grandfather no credit for any of it. My brothers and sisters, also supposedly self-made men and women, despite it taking Daddy's seed money to buy their own business, each and every one. If you ever want a shining example of mediocrity gone wild, look no further than the Cooper family. You could shatter a diamond with the power of our hubris. He pauses, biting his lips slightly. Apologies, going off on a rant, aren't I? It's okay, Gavin. You're clearly feeling hurt by this. I don't mind if you want to vent. I've got two perfectly good shoulders to cry on. It's not quite that far gone, thank you. I appreciate the offer, but it's more the lunacy of my family's pride that grates on me, which is why I left home to strike out on my own.
You must think me daft. Living down my family's wealth and taking up a position as the top of the small family arcade. But I saw it as a challenge. A chance to be my own man, like my grandfather before me. The world gave him nothing. He came from nothing. But through hard work and determination, he overcame it.
All right.
And while my brothers and sisters bought up tech companies, mashing up their projects together, then flipping them on the market once the value increased, I sought to take a failing enterprise, make it succeed, and stay with it. I'm not a loving and needy man when it comes to business. I will overcome on my own.
So, that's me in a nutshell. A child of means who rejected those means and embraced the dream of madness. Does that suffice for your getting to know you needs, Shard? I'm left dumbfounded for a moment. I've been expecting light small talk, not backstory plus mission statement. And honestly, I'd expect the accountant of a video arcade to be, well, born to a high tax bracket. It's a bit like the surprise of Percy's wealth. But one question lingers. So, you went to college, right? For business and accounting, yes? Right, and no student loans, and while you had clothes on your back and a nice house in a nice neighborhood, I'm guessing, meaning, you aren't exactly starting from zero. Yes, I know, it's not exactly the ideal start for one on a quest to prove his will to do father wrong. I realize I'm a bit of a fool. I'll admit that. I certainly enjoy the head start that wealth and gradual societal change can provide. I can never truly claim to be wholly self-made man to the same degree. And I don't consider rejecting the family wealth an insult to my grandfather's effort. I consider it an insult to my father, who lies and boasts and claims this was all his own doing. So while I cannot truly start from zero as my grandfather did, I intend to be as much of my own man as I can be, to honor his legacy in my own way, and that will have to do. Damn, that brought down the mood. Time for me to lighten it up again. So you completely turned down your dad's seed money. You could have bought the arcade with that, installed solid gold joysticks on every game. Name it the Gavinplex. Make Ashley dress up in a giant-headed Gavin costume. That's an unsettling image. But as noted, I have no interest in using my father's launch pad. If I was ever going to prove him wrong, that he truly wasn't a self-made man, no shortcuts allowed. which means voluntarily letting the arcade suffer. I know. I could help it along considerably with a bailout. Perhaps I'm selfish, following my dream rather than adopting a more pragmatic solution. You said dreams are worth protecting. True, they are, and mine remains intact. And I believe I bent your ear about social and economic philosophy more than I know. Undoubtedly, this has been the most boring conversation of your entire life, and for that I apologize. It's fine. I said I wanted to get to know you. This is getting to know you. And fair's fair. I think you should get to know me. Quid pro quo. I tell him about my happy childhood and my unhappy adolescence. I tell him about the fall of the Vixen family and of Juniper pulling me out of the ashes. I tell him about what was really going on in my head on the day of the Funplex, and even about Juniper's secret Java. He listens attentively, and at first I think he's ignoring me, just nodding along as he says nothing in return. But no, he's absorbing it, analyzing it, and now you're fighting. Fighting for your dream, fighting for the Funplex, just like me. That about sums it up, yes?
Very well. Consider your dream like my protective umbrella. I'll fight for your dream as well with all my heart. I know I haven't been the best at protecting the industry. I know I make mistakes, but I'm trying to improve, to be a better person. I trust that if I ever accidentally step on your dream, you will let me know. Honestly and clearly, do not hold back. Don't be afraid to hurt my feelings.
One dream of it.
Then we have an accord.
I suppose we've hidden ourselves away from Cuz Walt and Phoebe long enough. Shall we return? I don't know why they keep naming it, saying the name of it. It seems kind of odd, but okay. We quickly gather up our trash and shuffle our way back to our jobs. Him at the desk, myself on the floor. The event's not over, not by a long shot. A few hours pass quickly. With a new confidence, Percy's deep into his world record run, performing admirably. He's intensely focused on that score, inching ever closer, while Queen Bee effortlessly destroys locals on her path to the inevitable showdown with the demon. Myself, I float through it all, taking care of little problems while keeping an eye on both of them. But as the event winds to a close, all eyes are on our two main events, and a very real possibility of our local heroes falling apart at the finish line. Well, life goes on. Technically, the arcade-wide score competition is still on, but the crowds are ignoring the games in favor of crowding around Fist of Discomfort and Moonpie. I don't say that wrong. Percy's been on a solid run since his earlier fumbles. Queen Bee's been effortlessly destroying all competitors, as expected. But the demon has been matching her game for game, destroying all of his opponents as well. And as predicted, grand finals will come down to Queen Bee versus the demon. And as for the magical world of Moopy, Percy's closing in on that world record with the tape rolling and ready to submit to the twin galaxies. The pressure's on. I helped Percy through his frustration. I could be there for him at the end too, but undoubtedly the tournament has the bigger crowd. I might be needed there. I can't be there for both of them as much as I want to. Who do I focus on? Because I haven't done anything with Queen Bee through the whole game, I'm going to go with Percy about to achieve his life ambition. I want to be there when it happens. I know our main event is the Fist of Discomfort, but Percy's having a difficult day, judging by how frustrated he was this morning. I want to be there for the end of his run. Good news is that he's closing in on the world record, approaching 3.5 million. A small crowd is gathered to watch Percy's progress. Not as large as a crowd as the one around Fists of Discomfort, but Retro still has a following in 2022, clearly. Almost there! You can do it! I gently push my way to the front of the crowd. Percy's deep in concentration as I see the bead of sweat slide down his brow. And as much as I don't want to take his focus off Moopy, Percy could use a little check-in. Almost there? There. Mr. Moopy slides through maze after maze, point pressing by sticking around just long enough to grab all the dots to sap all the monsters for exit stage left. His expression is dead serious, absolute focus. in the zone, but I know once he achieves the stream he's been reaching for, we'll get our happy birthday back from the zone. He's playing well, much better than this morning. Good to see. Any minute now, just a matter of minutes before the world records is his at long last. And I'm almost... Percy? Almost? Almost? Something's wrong. Something's very wrong. It's not the look of someone in the zone. That's the look of someone in actual physical pain. Percy's face becomes a sharp grimace as his hand clutches around the joystick, hard enough to send Mr. Mopey down the dead end. His right hand clutches at his chest, every muscle in his body tightening, sweat foaming on his brow. If I didn't know better, I'd think... Oh no. Percy, your heart. Quickly grabs my jacket with the same ferocity he was grabbing at his shirt.
Please, just a few minutes. Don't do anything. Don't stop me yet. I can do this.
No. Call 911 and stop the game. Pull the plug on the game. That's a big thought there. And then basic is let him keep playing. But we've been avoiding the basics, so I don't want to go there. Oh, Christ almighty. Call 911. Stop the game. Pull the plug on the game. I'm going with pull the plug on the game. Well... I don't know. The thoughts. I don't know. Which one should I go with? Let's pull the plug on the game. No way am I letting him keep playing the silly game if he's in the middle of a freaking heart attack. Percy, you gotta let go. No, I can do it. So I reach behind the machine and rank out the plug. What else can I do? No! He's livid with me, but a fresh blast of pain distracts him from his rage. I'm going to call 911, okay? Okay, sorry. Percy, it had to be done. Fine, I suppose you're right. Could have been less brutal about it, mind? Gavin, can you help me? Nodding quickly, Gavin moves to Percy's side, assisting him in getting him off the stool and laying down on the ground. Gavin takes a moment to direct the ever-growling crowd. Funny how emergencies always draw away more attention than the event itself. I need everyone to back away and give Percy some space. An ambulance will be arriving soon and I need a clear path. The crowd mothers, some of them feeling uncomfortable, wandering off to the fist of discomfort files, which are clearly wrapping up from the sound of it. Others make a clearer path but stand around watching and waiting. This isn't how I wanted it to end. It's not over. It's just over for now, okay? I'm with you. I'm here with you. Focus on me. We'll get through this. I suppose. Thank you. I'm sorry to burden you with this. A few minutes later, the ambulance approaches and two EMTs rush into the arcade, rolling along the stretcher. I go with him, of course, because this is my fault. I'm the one that organized the event. I'm the one who pushes everybody past their limits, all in the name of making my dream a reality. I've been working hard to make what would have been a temporary job into a long stream of temporary jobs into something more, something I can believe in, but I can't stop to think what would have cost me and everyone around me. Well, I don't know if I'd blame myself. I wasn't a blood relative, but Percy insisted I stay with him the whole way through the admission process. I was there when the doctor exclaimed that a tremor had passed and with the emergency medication and an overnight observation period, he was likely to be released the next day. And even as visiting hours dwindled away, I stayed at his bedside. On the plus side, I'd be swimming in little pudding cups tonight, I suppose. Might be hard to sleep up with all that free sugar. Truth be told, he's in better spirits than I am. I suppose you sussed it all out by this point, haven't you? About your condition? It's the same one that took your sister, isn't it? Indeed. I'm a bit of a late bloomer compared to her, but it seems that this rare heart disease runs in my family. She had it, and I've got it. What about treatments, the ones you came to America to get for her? I tried the medication, but I'm just as unresponsive to it as she was. I suppose that's just how it is, love. So how long do you have? Last check, 2 years. I think you see now why I'm rather eager to topple that high score sooner than later, as there may not be a later, see?
None of that. I made peace with this ages ago. Life is, unfortunately, a fatal illness. Everybody passes its on. most of my remaining days. Raising charities, working on my movie ambition, enjoying time with friends, things like that.
And trying to nail the Moopy score in honor of your sister. Indeed. Truthfully, I'm lucky today wasn't the end. I'd have another chance. I've you to thank for that. Bullshit. Pardon. Percy, I got so wrapped up in promoting Funplex that I nearly put you in the morgue. I feel like a complete asshole. You deserve better than that. Better than someone so focused on dragging themselves out of depression that they ignore the needs of their friends. Come on now, it's not quite like that. I agreed to help you with Cuz Walton freely. That was my choice. I knew that high pressure could do this, and I did it anyway. For you. And for me. And you know why it's so important to me? You know why I ignored even my doctor's orders and carried on?
So if you insist on considering yourself a fool, I'm just as foolish. We can be proper fools together. Is that acceptable?
Yeah.
Then we have an accord.
Seems to be the word they all use. We have an accord. 2 years, huh? Give or take. I do want to thank you for being at my side today, through the morning and the long dark of the evening. It has helped tremendously, believe me. I'd rather think we get along well, yes. Can't think of a better person to steer the ship known as the Funplex that I've chosen for my final sail. It's strange how at peace he is of the idea of dying. Let's go with that. As a friend, I'll do more than I can make them happy. I'll do what I can to make. Let's do it this way. I mean, we needed the romance, right? Remember the "I love you" romance things? I wish I could have more than 2 years with you because I love you. Damn it. I can't get the words to come out smoothly. Not in this place, this circumstance. It isn't fair, not at all. It's not fair for me to say this, but not when you're counting down the days, but I love you, Percy. Aww. I know the timing sucks. I know I'm springing this on you all of a sudden, but I can't help it. I just needed you to know. Proving his calm in the face of my storm, Percy offers a gentle smile.
Sweet love. And I'll admit to the fondness.
Really? That's it? That's all you're gonna say? Whatever. Even the video game ruins my expectations of people. But see, that's how I would be. I would be all like, I need to tell you I love you. I felt this connection between us, and you're dying, and I just want you to know, in case we separate or something. And then, it's sweet of you, I love, and I'll admit to Alphonse myself.
My days have certainly been bright with you in them. I don't deny. I was friendly with the Funplex folks indeed, but there's a certain life
Okay.
that was still okay. Now that you're here, with me.
Awesome. I said I thought he was going to be like weird about it, but that was great. It went around. I was like thinking I was going to add in. There's going to be, nope, video game's not going to do that. It'd be Dragon Age all over for me. Still, in the end, he shakes his head lightly.
I appreciate it, but
I suspect.
I suspect you'd be better off with someone who can be around.
But you don't get to make that choice.
The heart wants what the heart wants. I understand that. Sadly, mine wants to kill me. I don't want to burden anyone else with that pain.
So, now what? Well, I suppose I've provided you with a fine escape hatch, yes? So that you know I'm quite at ease with matters and will understand if you prefer to love another. I don't know, maybe. I'm pretty mixed up right now. It's been a funny sort of day, hasn't it? You could say that again. It's been a funny sort of a day, hasn't it? He offers a great big laugh, muted slightly by being weakened by the evening events. Well, I suppose you still have time to ponder that. I have time, for that matter. Give it a thought. A gentleman to the end, allowing me to politely back out of my words. I don't know if I really can, though, or if I will. Before I can say another word, there's a sharp knock at the door, which then immediately opens. Holy shit, Purr, what the fuck happened? They told me your heart exploded or something. Also, hi kid. Hi. Queen Bee, how'd the tournament go? Afraid I was a bit occupied at the moment, couldn't watch the finals. Fucking cares! I do, I just said so, yes. Sorry, right, I'll keep it short. I lost, got completely and utterly owned too. Jeez. Surprisingly enough, it's not as bad as I feared. Seems the demon actually came all this way not to kick my ass, but to scout me. It's forming a team and wants me to join. Wait, the demon is hiring you? No more L7? No more L7. Way to twist a defeat into victory, eh? Another dream I nearly annihilated while trying to achieve mine. Nearly, though. Thank goodness for the turns of fortune. I'm telling you, this character I'm playing, she's a weirdo in the way she thinks. Right, that's my story in Reader's Digest form. Now, it's your turn, Purr. What the fuck, man? Nothing for you to concern yourself, just a minor buggerments. Oh, bullshit. This is the same thing your sister had, isn't it? Well, it's not like Percy's only friends with me. Simi told Queen Bee his tale, too. No wonder she rushed over. Well, yes. How long? 2 years. Fuck! The hospital PA system chimes, grabbing my attention. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Visiting hours are now over. Suppose it's time for you two to head home. And don't worry about me. I'll be out of here in the morning. Probably take a break from Mopey for a time. But I'll pop by the Funplex all the same. Only if you're sure, Percy. You know me, love. I'm an optimization expert. And my way of keeping calm to the stillness is to optimize the happiness I can find in the time remaining to me. And that means the Funplex. The Funplex. Queen Bee offers me a ride back to the Funplex in her car. I still got an event to wrap up and then a bus to catch back to my apartment. Neither of us really feel like talking on the way there. That's because we haven't been talking at all through the whole thing. I'm back! Not that there's much to come back to. All the plastic trovers I picked up on the high score contest are gone, along with their winners. Looks like everybody's closing up shop. Ashley tidying up a bit, Naomi literally having fallen asleep at the prize desk. Francine way up past her bedtime, squinting at the computer printout.
Hello, dearie.
Ah, there you are, Shard. Gavin ran the numbers while you were out. Despite of the discount on the tokens, we made a tidy profit today, far above and beyond what the Funplex normally draws. From what Ashley tells me, the mood was quite jovial near the end, with many nice folks saying they planned to return. And even if the local champ didn't win at the Fista Discount, they got to see the demon in action, and that's a feather in our cap. I hope you'd be pleased with the news. This is what you wanted, yes, to put the Funplex on the map. Business is going to be just peachy now, especially with more lovely parties like this one. Yeah, okay, sorry. I am happy about it, just exhausted, emotionally, mentally, and physically.
For what it's worth, we're all rather exhausted, dearie. No regrets. I'd like to think I know a thing or two about dreams. Dreams and how difficult they can be to make a reality. Your dream of a thriving Funplex is going to take hard work from each and every one of us. But we're ready, willing, and able. True, Queen Bee didn't win, and true, Percy was hospitalized, but we did it. Your friends saw it through, and they do it all over again.
I nod, a bit numb to it all. I'm sure I'll feel like $1,000,000 tomorrow when Percy strolls back in and smiles and Queen Bee's sporting her fancy new team jacket. When the daytime crowds are thick with newcomers, happy to be playing the games they love. When I really get to see the effects of what we've accomplished. But for now, I really just want to go to bed. You need anything else from me from tonight? We're all wrapped up like a bow. I'm on my way home for a good night's sleep myself. Go home, Shard. See you tomorrow. She didn't even play her game. I turned the keys in the lock, slumping into the apartment. So how'd it go? Was Cuswalt Feely every bit as awesome as the awesome poster I designed for it? The players went home happy and business is booming. Hooray! Why don't you look happy? It's been a long day. Well, okay. Honestly, Shard, you're an inspiration to me. You had the guts to chase your dreams. It's tough work, and I knew that Iris could find you something you love. And I've been wondering if I should follow in your footsteps. You want to become an arcade czar? No, silly. I mean, try to find something to do with my life other than make coffee for executives and file their paperwork. Like that poster. I could try to be a graphic designer, maybe. I always loved doing stuff like that. What do you think? Except that following your dreams can run you ragged like it did me today. It could nearly torpedo your future. It could even kill you. Is it worth it? Is it really worth all the trouble? That seems right. I choose this path. I choose to make my life difficult in order to make my life into something. Universe helped me along the way, and I should help her in turn. I'm not gonna lie. It wouldn't be easy, not even by a long shot.
Hey, Mom.
But yeah. Yeah, son.
We're home.
Oh, cool. I think you should chase your dreams. Become an artist on your own terms.
Which one's this one?
It says the arcade's spirits. It's not, it doesn't, it's more like a story mode. There's something in your chair for you. I knew I had the right idea. Thanks, Shard.
Oh yeah, I saw that earlier when I came to get my shoes on.
Oh. You need to go to bed and sleep. Boo Boy made you something, son.
What?
You got all kinds of stuff there. But...
What do you make?
Oh, I gotta tell you something about this game, Rachel. When you need to go to bed and sleep. I gotta finish this out, though. Tomorrow, I'll make you pancakes, a reward for my hard working as arcade czar. You used to have pancakes every morning during the summer trips, right? Your mom made them. That was ages ago, Juniper, when my folks could afford trips to the shore. And Juniper gets a raw smile. I think I know exactly how you can celebrate your newfound success. How about a beach vacation? You cleared level 4 of Arcade Spirits. A winner is you. Now let's see your score. Well, Percy seems like you. He's a quiet one, but with a big heart. Proving a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. Also, you scored 13,000 points. 13,700 points. Woohoo! Today's pizza fact is, the world's largest pizza covered 10,000 square feet and measured 140 feet across. It weighed in at 44,457 pounds. Do you want to save your game before proceeding to level 5?
I made it 4+ days, but
Huh?
I didn't have enough to eat today, so I ate the pizza, and then I was like, well, I'm gonna get the cake if I'm gonna eat the pizza.
I'll make you sick. Anyway, so next to the arcade in the game is a bookstore cafe called The Hole, H-O-L-E, Story. They
That's
sell
adorable.
coffee and donuts.
It's so cute.
Yeah. And they give books that when you order the meal, like they have the meal named after authors.
Mm-hmm.
So when you order it, they give you books to buy that author, paperback books to read. Which I was thinking you needed to do for yours was have little baskets of books next to in the whatever tables they pick, so they can go through them.
Excuse you, ma'am.
So it's the future year 2022, and romance is in the air. Really? Or at least romance will be in the air if Iris has anything to say about it. Well, I'm not actually in the glorious 2022 neon metropolis today. I'm about 134.7 miles south of it.
No, it says 20XX.
I know. I just added the time now. My headset has died though. That's much better. Ah, it just smells sea salt and the saltwater taffy and the baking hot sands. Just
that your
like I
person?
remember. No. You've never been to Flotsam Beach before, Juniper.
Oh, sure.
Well, it's just like I remember you remembering it was then.
Definitely.
This is definitely one of my better ideas. Top 10, maybe even top 5 ideas. What a fantastic way to celebrate your success at the fun place. As a reward for your hard work, we return to the beach where you first played Wyvern Keep, where your family spent their summer vacations. How sentimental. My heart, I can't. I feel I need to say something pithy and dismissive in the face of her unrelenting cheer, but to be honest, I'm definitely smiling. This place holds so many dear memories for me. Before my parents lost their jobs, we began the downward spiral of bad family luck. We love coming to Flotsam Beach. And coming back here for sure is a treat.
Yes.
Alright, so I have to call it quits here. All who are still watching, my headset is dying. So probably what I'll do is I will do the rest of the levels as videos and then I will post them. I can't say when that will be since I say I'm going to do my videos and then I never get to them. I have lots of things to do. But anyway, Feely, thanks for stopping by, and all those people who came in on the raid with Baby Bagel Ham, thank you also. Everybody be sure to go check out Baby Bagel Ham, who apparently likes the same stuff I like, so I'm going to have to check them out as well. And I will catch you all on the flip side. Feely and Cuzwalt, thank you for letting me use your names as the part of the video game, and I'm out of here. Peace. I will be back tomorrow. Remember, with some fun stuff for sure.